Welcome back to Lunchroom Debates, where I am joined today by my co-host Dibo Elango. Dibo, how you doing today?
Full government name, bro. I like that. But without the way, I'm doing really well. How about you, man?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Felt a little weird doing the intro. I know that's typically been your thing, but I felt like it was a decent remix. So we'll keep it in. We'll keep it in.
For sure. We had to switch it up a little bit for you guys.
Yeah. So what's new with you?
What's new? Shoot, school starting back up. I'm
Yeah,
got mixed feelings about that, man. Back on the grind, back on the full schoolwork grind,
bro. Summer went
but
by so quick.
yeah, it did, man. There were some things that I wasn't able to accomplish, but every move.
Mm-hmm. No, I feel you. I feel you. There were definitely some things I wanted to get done this summer that I just wasn't able to. But I mean, we're still young. We still got plenty of time. So I guess that's the good news. But how do you feel about summer? Are you like wanting summer to stay? Do you like this weather? Are you ready for the winter time for fall to come? Like, do you got a preference?
I'm more ready for fall because like this
Yeah.
summer's been ridiculous, bro. It's
Hmm.
been ridiculous with the heat, man. I can't take it. Why is Colorado in the late '90s, man? Come on,
What do you
we,
mean
we
in the late
can't.
'90s?
No, like I'm
Oh,
talking
I
about
get what you're saying. I
temperature.
get what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
Dog, it's getting ridiculous, man. I swear to you, like global warming, it's a real thing. It is a real thing,
100%.
y'all. Do not, yo, yeah, do not BS about that. It is a real thing, man.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
And it's like you try to like what we try to do was like just escape for a weekend, like escape the heat for a weekend. So we try to go up to the mountains thinking it would be cooler, which it was, but it was like oh late 80s now instead of late 90s, like or mid 80s instead of late 90s. So it's like yeah, you're
Mhm.
getting cooler, but not that much cooler.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but that's the world we live in.
Is the
So
world we live in.
yeah, you just gotta push through it.
I gotta ask you.
But
I gotta
yeah,
ask you one
what?
last
Hmm.
question before we get into the episode. But obviously, as you know, there's been a rebranding of Twitter. It has been changed to X. What do you call
Hmm.
it? Are you calling it X or are you calling it Twitter?
Nah, I'm still calling it Twitter. That was probably one of the stupidest rebrands that a person could possibly ever do, a company could possibly ever do. Elon Musk is a complete moron. The only reason why he has a ton of money is because of his ancestral background. His whole family being rich. So that's the majority of it, pretty
He
much.
didn't
Because that
create
man,
Tesla. He didn't create Tesla.
well, man, like I'll give him that, but at the same time, man, when you look at other billionaires like him, such as a Jeff Bezos, a Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, those guys, when you hear them talk and when you hear them like present themselves, they represent intelligence to an extent. With Elon, I don't get that. Unfortunately, I don't get that from Elon.
Really, really. I
No, I
think
don't.
I think like Elon is like I think he's awkward when he speaks first of all. Like I think he's got like
Yeah.
some awkwardness to him, but I think he's got like some like kind of like brilliance. Like at Asperger's. You remember what Asperger's was where kind of like it was
Uh,
like difficult for people to fit in, but they kind of had like this intelligence that other people didn't. I feel like Elon Musk has to have something like that. But
I
like
mean, yeah, for sure.
but like the stuff with SpaceX, like I mean, obviously he has a ton of engineers behind the scenes. So who really knows how much he's doing? But SpaceX is a pretty big and smart idea. I can't lie. If it
Yeah,
works out,
right. But yeah, I'm not saying he's like a complete and total moron because if you're like part of that 1% in the entire world, like wealth wise, you have to have some type of intelligence to
yeah,
maintain that money, to keep that money. I'm just saying that compared to the rest of the people within his tax bracket, within his wealth, he's dumb.
that's fair. That's fair. I will say I do agree with your take on the Twitter thing. I just felt like Twitter was so like it was such a household name, and you can even like you even could like reuse stuff from the name like tweets or retweet. Like it already had like branding names built in, and he kind of changed that. So I don't know. I also hate what he did about paying for like the blue check or like paying for verification, which I think it was dumb. I wasn't a fan of it, but they needed the money.
Nah, bro. The tweet limit he tried to pull off a few weeks ago, one of the dumbest ideas for a social media site.
Yeah,
Like,
why would you
man,
limit? Why would you limit the people?
yeah, and you need ad revenue to survive for Twitter, for Instagram, for TikTok, and with the tweet limit and people not seeing tweets and ads, it just decreases your value.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
why would you do that? Why would you self sabotage yourself?
Man doesn't know. Man doesn't know. He knows
I'm
about that
telling
like
you.
space and technology stuff from Tesla, but he doesn't know about the social media game.
And Zuckerberg's still cooking him in that aspect. Although
Oh, Zuckerberg would win in a fight. Can we agree?
Zuckerberg would beat Elon in a
Yeah,
fight.
yeah,
Bro, I saw that one picture with him and some like MMA fighters.
yeah. Zuck was
That
with
brother ripped.
Israel.
Is he at Adesanya? Bro, that
Mhm.
dude's ripped. Like he's got a good build.
Yeah, yeah. But I heard. I also heard Elon's about to have like neck surgery or something.
I did
Like
not know that.
neck or back surgery. I heard like he was getting like
Mm,
X-rays for it. He tweeted that from his own account or
okay,
X. That I don't know what you call it now.
yeah.
Um,
All
but
right.
let's get into this. Oh, go
Wait,
ahead. Go
hold
ahead.
on. I got one more question. Do you still use Threads?
I never used Threads. Never ever. Proud to
That's
say.
fair.
Proud to say I didn't get on the wave. Lunchroom debates got on the wave, but Matt Kishinevsky was not on the wave.
No, bro, I just made the account just because it was like a new thing, but I haven't opened that up in like over a month, so
I
it's
never understood Threads. What was it?
it was a competitor to Twitter.
It no, no.
Well,
Was it?
that was the main basis of it is what I got.
I thought Threads was on Twitter or no.
No, it was on Instagram.
Oh,
It was
I thought it was.
connected to your Instagram account.
I thought it was
Yeah.
on both. That's why I was confused.
Uh-uh. No.
But
So
no, I never was on the Threads wave. I can't say I was.
fair enough. All
Yeah,
right. Yeah, let's get into it this episode, man. Let's start with it. You want to start us off?
sure, sure. I know that we're starting with some of the recent news. We'll save. So, actually, let's start by telling the viewers what we're gonna do today. We're gonna start by talking about some Premier League soccer. As you guys know, we're some soccer fans, and the Premier League, the league in England starts tomorrow. So we got maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes of predictions. Then we're getting into the Henry Ruggs news, some other news, and then we will be talking about our top 20 wide receivers.
Yes,
So,
sir. Big episode, man. Let's get it.
so let's start with the soccer news. Report today came out that, a couple days ago, Neymar reported to PSG and said that he wanted out, and PSG agreed today to work to find him a way out of PSG. Where do you think Neymar will end up?
It's kind of hard right now, man. Like when you look at all the big clubs in the league, it's you know there's not really a specific place, a home where for a guy his caliber and a guy with his wages where he can seamlessly fit into that team.
I agree, and it's kind of like the wages are one thing, but it's also his play style too. Like I feel like a guy like Neymar, even as talented as he is, he kind of has to have a perfect situation because he's kind of like a ball stopper in a sense that he kind of wants to do his own thing. He wants to be flashy, do his little dribble moves, and sometimes it can hurt the team in that way. So I feel
Hmm.
like we saw a lot of that with PSG the last couple of years. So if I had to predict, I would either say the MLS or Saudi, just because it seems like the most popular answer, and it seems like that's where everybody is going right now. But I don't think Chelsea can make a move for him. Do you think Chelsea can make a move for him? I
No,
think Chelsea's like the one prem team.
but them and Man City, realistically, when it comes to money,
I don't think Man City would do it. I know
no,
Pep.
not me neither. But I'm talking about like money wise,
Yeah,
the for them to pull the trigger.
Yeah. Um, I mean, I don't know though, because in Cuckoo, Chelsea's newest signing just got hurt, and I think he's gonna be out like for 6-ish weeks or something. I can't remember what the injury was.
Yeah, so he'll be out more than a month for sure. That's
Yeah,
guaranteed.
yeah. Um, so he's hurt. So I don't know. Neymar, realistically, I mean, I don't think he has a move back to Brazil. I don't think he's ready for that just yet. He won't go back to Barca. Definitely not going to Madrid. Wouldn't go to Atletico because he doesn't fit their play style. Um, like Italy just doesn't have enough money for him at this point, and
Mm-mm.
Bayern's not going to go after him because they got somebody else that we're going to talk about. So I think it's Saudi Arabia or MLS.
Yeah, I'm feeling the same way too. I just don't think a player like Neymar, like we said, his play style and with his wages that he could potentially rake up. I just don't think the Premier League would take a player like him. You know, in Europe, especially in England, the game is more towards strict formations, strict play styles. Everyone has everyone's not really as free. Well, everyone can't. Well, I'm sorry. Everyone can't play
With
with like
ultimate freedom.
yeah with like freedom. Like with Pep squad, Man City for example, they're straightforward. It's each player has their own role. They don't do anything else with their role. Is just stagnant, and that's where the modern game is with the sport right now. And I don't think a guy like Neymar would fit in with the league like the Prem.
Yeah, yeah, I agree because in the Prem it's a lot of like 1-2 touch passing and it's a lot of like off ball movement and it's not really 1v1 attacking as much. Like I know have guys who try to get down to the end line and try to whip in a ball or go 1v1 and cut in and shoot, but like outside of those like few times in a game, it's really fast paced. It's really 1-2-3 touch if that. And it's like Neymar really hasn't played that style, played that way in a long time. And versus like a league like Saudi Arabia or versus a league like the MLS where we're seeing Messi be able to touch the ball a lot more and basically do what he wants with the ball. And obviously in Saudi Arabia he would dominate. So I think those two are the ideal landing spots for him, as well as the most realistic spots for him.
That's true. And while we're at it with the MLS, of course, Lionel Messi's in there with Inter Miami, Leagues Cup. Bro, they're already cooking in that. Viewership has gone up. I read a report that the amount of subscribers on MLS Season Pass has doubled since Messi's arrival. It went
Hey,
from we were from around 1 million to double that amount. So we're already seeing the impacts that Messi has on the game already in just a short span. So for him and potentially Neymar to come in, two guys that are two of the most popular worldwide names in the sport right now, and with the Copa America tournament in the US next year as well, bro, the amount of potential branding and growth and attention being put towards the sport in America. I mean, we just can't ignore that.
don't forget about the World Cup. A couple years down the road as well. I think
No.
3 years down the road. But what team in the MLS? Because I don't want to see Neymar and Messi to play together in Miami.
That's not happening because of a transfer regulation, so you don't got to worry about that. But with the other teams that are most likely to get Neymar, I think the LA Galaxy, of course, not LAFC though, not LAFC. I don't think he'd fit in with their squad with all the regulations and stuff like that. But the LA Galaxy, Orlando City,
Mm-hmm.
and a kind of a long shot here in this situation, NYCFC. Those are the three clubs right now in MLS that I would consider Neymar to be a part of.
The unfortunate thing for Neymar is that if he does come to the MLS, like it feels like Miami, like just city wise, is the perfect place for Neymar. Just going off vibes, just going off what he seems to like, just going off the flashy lifestyle, the nightlife. Like Miami seems like it's a perfect fit for Neymar. Like just the city. but as you said, it can't happen. Galaxy makes sense. Obviously, any star player that is rumored to come to the MLS, LA Galaxy will be in there. New York would be interesting. Obviously, they had some stars a while ago with David Villa and Pirlo, but they've kind of gone to a youth movement since. And then the last team you mentioned, Orlando, I could see happening as well. So I think it's something to look out for.
I actually think Orlando City in this scenario would be the best fit for Neymar, as of course in the city they have a large population filled with Portuguese people, lots of Brazilians in the Orlando area. So for them to add a potential talent and such a marketable player like Neymar, I just think that it would be great for the growth of that club and as well for the growth of MLS in that region alongside of Inter Miami.
I think he's retired now, but is Nani still playing for Orlando?
I forgot which club he's on right now, but he just transferred to an Italian club a
Okay,
year ago, I believe.
okay. Because I was gonna say there's a Portuguese fit right there. I know that because Nani's from Portugal. Obviously, he speaks Portuguese. Neymar Brazilian. He speaks Portuguese. Could have worked out.
Yeah, sure.
But
But yeah, but speaking about MLS too as well, have you been watching the Leagues Cup? Come on.
I've been busy as fuck. I've been watching highlights. I'll say that. I've I've,
Okay,
I've tried to watch highlights as much as I can, but like sitting down for a game, it has been tough for me. I can't lie.
okay. Because with the Miami and Dallas game, that went 4-4, but that was insane. It was probably the game of the tournament for sure.
I did hear very good things about that night. It was also, I'm pretty sure it was number one trending on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. It was that game was like number one trending on Twitter, like in the world when it happened. So I mean,
Mhm.
MLS is definitely growing, and what our Inter Miami are undefeated, huh? Since Messi's joined.
Yeah, they're gonna play tomorrow night in the quarterfinals against Charlotte FC.
Yeah. I don't think you know him, but I was hanging out with Clement. Shout out Clement, and he was telling me that he put a futures bet, like when Messi first joined Inter Miami. Basically, that next season they would win the MLS Cup, or like they would win, and it's looking a lot better now. I'll say it like that. Like he bet on it, and there were really good odds. And since Messi has joined and he's been dominating, and Inter Miami can't stop losing, those odds have become a lot less favorable. So, oh, Wenny is here.
Hey, yeah. I was about to say we got a special guest coming through, Wayne. Let's get it. I'm about to add him in.
Well, hello there, guys. I'm so excited to be here.
That was a
Excellent, Danny.
horrible introduction, but
Shut
hey,
up. Shut up.
welcome to the episode, Danny.
You guys were
Welcome
talking
here.
about that rigged ass game that Pessy was playing in. I was at work and we were having a debate if it was rigged or not.
Dude, if it was rigged, it wasn't rigged. Well, how do you think it was rigged?
I don't think it was rigged,
Because he's a
but you gotta
Ronaldo.
admit, 2 own goals by the same dude is some bullshit. That is.
Hey,
That's
the
Oh
ball
yeah,
was
suspicious.
so
but
good. The ball was so
yeah.
good that he tried to put it in.
That's not suspicious, guys.
Suspicious. But nah, there was this one video I saw on TikTok where Messi was moving the ball a little
Yeah.
bit to get the right angle for the free kick he scored to tie the game. I thought that was kind of funny there.
That's what he does. He's always been a little cheater.
Oh, okay.
Danny,
But no, I don't think that game was rigged. I don't think Inter Miami making this much of a deep run is rigged as well. I just think them right now with all their players in MLS, they're clearly one of the best teams in the region, and it's showing obviously.
Yeah, it's not too hard to win when you have the best player ever on your team.
Oh, well said. Well said. Best player ever. I like the way that sounded.
I don't like the way it sounded.
It sounded accurate, if anything.
Sadly, I
It
have
sounded,
to say
it was
it.
100% accurate. Yeah,
Sadly, I have to
honest.
say it, but I hate saying it. It hurts. It's like jumping off the Empire State Building and landing on 1,000 knives.
Stating a basic fact is like jumping off the Empire State Building to land on 1,000 knives.
It's probably worse, actually.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that debate with the greatest player of all time, I think that already has been like solved a few years back.
Speaking of, because that debate, it's whatever. I could care less about that one, bro. Again, at work, some dude thinks Neymar's a top 5 player ever.
No.
What?
Yeah,
But
He's not even a
we were
top
just
five player
talking.
right now.
Man, we were just talking about Neymar right now too. That's crazy.
Perfect timing, Danny.
wonderful.
Jeez.
We can get into my goat. That's my goat right there.
Wait. What was his top 5? If you can remember,
His
what
top
was
five.
his top 5?
His top 5 was Messi, Ronaldo, Maradona, Neymar, Pele.
Who?
Messi,
Pepe?
Ronaldo,
No.
Maradona,
He didn't have Pele in the top 5. He's a Pele hater. He had
How is
Ronaldinho.
he? Oh my god, bro! If you're a Pele hater, man, like you just don't like the sport. You just don't
He had
like.
Ronaldinho.
You just don't
He was like,
the.
bro, it was so easy to score when Pele was playing. Man. Like, shut up, bro.
Bro, he dominated the best league in the world. It was the Brazilian league, and he's one of the greatest performers in World Cup
Pele
history.
dominated the world itself like twice or 3 times.
Yeah.
Wait, was this an employee at Nike or was this?
Yes, this was an employee. Yes.
Interesting. What are his initials?
I don't know his last name, and I
so
think his name starts with either an X or a Z.
Okay, well, I was thinking Sadegi, so
It's not. It wasn't Sadegi.
You definitely would have known. You definitely would have known his initials.
If I would have told you guys it was Sadegi, I would have told his full government name. I'd want him to get aired out.
Fair enough.
I had
But
to
Danny,
go through with it.
yeah.
Tell him that
Danny.
Neymar's not even top 10. When I told him Neymar wasn't top 10, he almost had an aneurysm.
Danny, since you joined late, we're gonna have to ask you about the next news topic and your thoughts on it.
Okay.
But the next news topic is Harry Kane.
Mm.
He agreed, or I think the fee was agreed for 110. He's flying to Bayern Munich right now to do a personal physical. What do you think about it?
I just seen a TikTok by Mr. Here We Go.
Fabricio.
I just seen the TikTok, and it said that like he was just on the phone with the Bayern people or whatever, getting the personal terms fired up. I told Dibo like around March or February, whenever Tottenham got knocked out of the Champions League, whenever that was, and I told him, I said, Harry Kane's gonna end up at Bayern soon, bro. They need a striker. He was like, no, he's not leaving. Well, he's leaving, and it's a good move for him. I think that it'd be hilarious if Dortmund finally wins the league this year, but I don't think it'll happen. I actually think that Bayern becomes like they solidify themselves as one of the like best teams in the world right now, and I think that they'll easily make the semifinals in the Champions League because nobody cares about Bundesliga. For them, they'll easily make the semifinals.
No, I think it would be hysterical if Dortmund wins as well. It would be like,
so funny.
It literally would be storybook, but just like the wrong type of storybook.
It'd be so funny.
It's not going to happen. Yeah. There's just no way it can happen, especially because Dortmund's roster got significantly worse, while Bayern's got significantly better.
I don't think it can happen, but I'd want it for Royce. I'd want it for him.
Yeah, last year was their year.
And also Gio Reyna, shout out to USA, man.
I'll get some minutes.
Him too.
Yeah, as well. We hashtag we stand the Reynas, hashtag fire Greggy.
Fire, yeah.
Fire the wife kicker is what you're saying?
Fire the wife kicker. We stand the Reynas.
The Reynas.
But
that's wild.
Right now, Right now, Bayern top 5 easily European club. Easily they're top 5 now.
Easily.
They're pushing top 3, but I don't know.
City. I mean, their biggest weakness last year, it was of course the 9 position.
Yep.
I mean, shout out Choupo-Moting, right? He did a decent job. He did a solid job there at the 9. But you know, when you replace that for a guy like Harry Kane, one of the best goal scorers in the entirety of Europe over the past decade, like it's just a night and day difference. And for Bayern, man, they're probably the favorites to win the UCL this year with Kane.
Really?
I would say so. I would agree because if you look at it, City's team got like worse, kinda. I mean, losing Gundogan is actually like a really big deal for them.
It is.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's still Man City, but
it's still City and it's still Pep, that bald broad. I hate Pep, but they're still gonna always be there.
I would have Madrid and City above Bayern.
Yeah, Madrid. I don't know, man. I want to put us
Benzema's
there.
a big loss.
Benzema was such a huge loss, bro. I was watching us in the preseason tournament, or in the preseason, like in the USA tour. It wasn't looking very good.
But wait,
And
who's gonna be your starting 9, Danny?
we're not
Is that
playing with a 9. We're playing
False 9.
4-4-2, and we're gonna have
Man.
Rodrigo and Vinny at the top.
okay? So
Yeah,
pretty
that's
much
good.
like no
Y'all
9.
want,
It's not gonna be a
No
9,
true 9.
but Carlos said he's gonna use Vinny in like the Ronaldo role, where he's like a goal scoring winger instead of a playmaker. So I guess for now you can say Vinny's the 9, because Mbappe's not coming.
ever.
Unfortunately,
He's not coming this summer. I gave up on that a few weeks ago.
Not in the group chat.
Not in the group chat. I still want it to happen, but like internally, I gave up on that. I actually want him for free next year. Spending money like that, like 100 million on Bellingham, probably like 150 on Mbappe, and now we're gonna have to spend like 40 on a keeper, unless we get De Gea on free.
yeah. Courtois is out with an ACL injury too.
Shit
Y'all-
broke my heart, man.
You guys were getting De Gea.
No, bro.
No, they getting Bunu. They getting Bunu from Sevilla.
Sevilla doesn't want to sell us.
No, you guys
Banderas.
might get David Raya. I don't know because I know he
No,
was.
he's going to
He's already
Arsenal.
to Arsenal.
Yeah, he's going to Arsenal.
I heard. Where was he gonna go? That broke down. Where transfer talks
Brentford?
broke down?
No, or no, he's from Brentford.
No, I think it was. What
Was it Bayern?
is it? No, it wasn't Brighton, was it? It was a Prem team.
Oh,
Or Tottenham, maybe. I know Tottenham have been looking for a keeper.
Yeah,
They
because
need one.
Lloris is not good. Lloris hasn't been good.
Lloris quit.
Yeah, Lloris isn't even there anymore.
Tottenham's cooked. Tottenham's so
Bro,
good.
when they get relegated and they have to sell Son, I'll be there no matter what.
We want to talk about it. That was actually the next segment. Was we're gonna do the top 5 Prem teams and then people who are getting relegated from the Prem.
I'm down.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little PL preview. Which before we start, man, I just want to say, bro, soccer players get no rest at all. I've realized it over the past few years. They get absolutely no rest because the season, the PL, like the majority of the European leagues, right? They ended it back in May, and then for preseason they have to check in early July. And actual games they start mid-July, and the season in most leagues they start in August, early August. So pretty much in that span, you really only get like a month of actual rest.
And when you think about it, soccer players are probably doing the most like work in terms of like athletic, like not like athletic, but like the most. What am I trying to say? They're just doing
Fitness,
the most. All that fucking
the most
running, all
taxing.
that time. It's insane, bro.
Yeah,
Oh, look at this bot.
there's Bob.
Look at this bot.
Bot definitely didn't come with the list. I can already tell.
And he definitely don't know nothing about what we're talking about. He don't know the beautiful game.
I already know.
He don't know nothing about the beautiful
Arsenal's
game.
the best team.
Oh
Tyler, name 5 players on Arsenal right now.
That's not
Not
the
looking
second
anything
one.
up.
We got Saka.
But
We
why
got
did you
Declan.
try? Oh, okay.
We got Ramsdale. We got,
Ramsdale.
something like that. It's not Martinez. It's
Sound it out.
There you go.
Martinez, something like that.
It's close. Martinelli. I'll give it to him.
Martinelli, yeah. And then my boy, what's his name?
I don't know. What is his name?
Our striker, Jesus. Look, 5 niggas. Come on, get off my dick.
You didn't name your star signing Kai Havertz? Your summer
I said
signing?
Declan Rice. I said Declan
I
Rice.
said your star summer signing.
Yeah, Declan Rice.
I said your star summer signing, Kai Havertz.
Declan Rice.
Kai Havertz.
No,
Y'all winning that league this year, Tyler, or what?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, did y'all already talk about how Liverpool's full of dumbasses, that organization?
Nah, we were about to talk about it like within the segment right now.
Oh, man, am I ready? I love shitting on that broke club. Well, not even broke. Can't even say that no more.
No.
They just dropped like what 100 something on that blast.
It was 110 on Caicedo. That was the deal.
Yeah, Dibo, why don't you lead us into it? Aren't you so happy?
No. We gotta give everybody got guys say they top 5 for this season. So who want to go first?
Are we going in order or no?
Yeah, just do an order.
All
All
right.
right. Well, City 1. City 1. Arsenal 2.
Love
It
this.
kills me to say it. United 3. Liverpool 4. Newcastle 5.
Jesus fucking Christ! United 3.
United 3. Put some respect on Eric Ten
This
Hag.
brother is delusional.
What are you talking about Eric Ten
Brother is
Hag for, bro?
delusional.
Put some
This brother
respect.
is delusional.
Why are
Believe.
we hyping up mid, bro?
Bruh.
Can I go?
You do that all year with the Lakers team.
Go ahead. Hey, shut up,
Bro,
man. Respect greatness.
The wrong sport. We talking about football right now. We talking about soccer.
We're talking about soccer, Dibo, not football. We're not talking football right now. We're talking soccer.
Okay.
All right. Who's going next?
Me.
Oh,
I
okay.
got Arsenal 1, City 2. Then we got Liverpool at 3. Then we got United. Then we got Newcastle. That's my 5.
No
I'll
Brighton.
go.
No Brighton yet.
Nah, no Brighton. I feel like it's gonna be a down year for them.
Brighton.
How the fuck would you put Brighton in top 5?
Brighton's gonna be top 7.
They're selling all their players right now.
I say top
They
7.
sell
No,
all
it
their
don't
players
matter for
every
Brighton. I think
offseason.
they have enough. I think they have a good enough squad to finish top 7 at minimum.
And,
They're
like,
not
they
playing
have one of the best
European. They're not
managers.
playing European soccer next year.
I think they're in Europa.
No, they won't be next year. Is what I'm like after next season. Or
Oh,
they won't be playing.
we'll see.
I guess I'll give my 5. City 1, Liverpool 2. You know what? Flip it. Actually, I'm gonna be bold. I'm gonna say Liverpool wins the league. City comes in second. Liverpool first, City second, Arsenal third.
You a little delusional, ain't you, bro?
Newcastle 4, United 5.
That was just a hater.
I swear to God, United.
How is Newcastle not finishing in the top 4?
Newcastle's finishing in the top 4?
No, Liverpool 1 is crazy. I'm sorry.
How? How is it
Liverpool-
crazy,
Liverpool
Because
1
it's
is kind of
serious.
crazy.
bro? People don't understand how good Liverpool actually are. It's insane.
Well,
Because they like shat the bed for like 4 months last season, they were like terrible, and they still finished 5th.
yeah, but they also had serious regression. Klopp, after his 7th season, always goes downhill. Last year was his 7th season, so it was already the start of their regression. And the forward line, they definitely upgraded the midfield. I'll agree that the squad depth could use some help, but they upgraded the midfield, so I give them props there. But the front line still leaves me a bit worried.
I love that, man. That's exactly
our back line. Our back line is probably like my biggest concern.
Yeah, Andy Robertson.
I like the whole team.
It would be the.
Your back
Let me
4.
see. The right side of it? No, the left side. The left side is what worries me because Van Dijk and Trent on one half, I'm fine with, but the other half, I'm not okay with that back.
Yeah, Andy Robertson was like bad last year, like for like the first time.
Yeah, not very good.
He didn't have a good preseason either, too. So I'm kind of worried about that. With his
Sneakers or
regression.
whatever was going to get some minutes.
But Liverpool, I don't know. I just think that they're a good enough team, and City is going to regress a little bit this year to the point where it's kind of like a rebuilding year kind of for City. Like this is what all the top managers. No, not like rebuilding. They're still going to finish like top 2, but like what all the best managers do once they've like won everything and while they're still at the top, they shake the team. And this is what they're doing. They're kind of like shaking the team just a little bit just to get some new players in and progress more.
So I want to ask you this: how do you expect Liverpool to make that big of a jump? Because weren't y'all Garbo last year?
I mean, it's basically the same core throughout all of our success over the past half decade. So I expect I won't be surprised if we finish even top 2 in the league this year, potentially even winning it. But there's just too many questions to ask about the team. But what has Man United done since Alex Ferguson? Please tell me.
Won the Carabao Cup. They sold their soul for a
And
Carabao
Europa
Cup.
Leagues. I think.
Against an Ajax team with toddlers. Congratulations.
Hey, we move, and we finished ahead of Liverpool last year, so we move.
Oh, congrats! Hey, hang that up at Old Trafford. Hang that banner up at Old Trafford, please. Hang that banner up.
No worries.
I'm telling you, hang that banner up.
No worries. We moved.
Anytime you beat Liverpool, it's a fun day. I will say it's always fun beating Liverpool.
Didn't we
Trust me,
sweep you last year, Dibo? Or am I tripping?
7-0. Is this dude?
Oh
dude
no,
serious?
You're right. You're right.
Is-
It was 1-1. We tied 1-1 then.
How can you bet? How could you
Yeah,
forget one of the
choose
most
to forget that
embarrassing
game.
losses in Premier League history?
Because I choose to forget that game.
Oh, W mans.
I choose
Hey,
to-
it didn't happen if you don't remember.
But I don't know. The Liverpool squad depth is like what scares me because that's really like the secret sauce that you need to win a Prem. And that's why like Man City have been able to consistently win them Prems because their B team is good enough to be a top 4 seat, like a top 4 side. But like Liverpool, they lost Fabinho and they lost Henderson and Wijnaldum.
They all weren't good.
Sure,
They're
but
all
those are
good.
still-
I'm
those are
fine with
still
losing
players
them
who play.
guys.
Those are still players who play, and those are players you're talking about. Old, those are players who are part of the core, are they not? I mean,
The
Henderson.
core,
and Fabinho
okay,
have
and
been
yeah, and then
effective.
you have to switch. Okay, and then at some point you got to switch up the core sometimes because players they fall off. And for guys like Fabinho and Jordan Henderson, they fell off. And last year with our midfield, you can clearly see why our midfield was so bad. That's those 2 legs against Real Madrid in the Champions League. One example, horrible.
But you guys are still have basically the same midfield. You have Caicedo and what's his name, McAllister. Thank you.
Enzo's backup.
Yeah. So like those will be your those are good staples. I thought the McAllister signing was very good, but it's like outside of that, it's like you're relying heavy on like Curtis Jones minutes. Like
Jones,
I've seen it.
Thiago,
Sorry.
potentially Soboslai from Leipzig. He could play.
Wow.
Center
I
midfield.
forgot about him. I forgot. No, he's
So
nice.
with that main core alongside our new signings, well, potentially in Caicedo and Romeo Lavia from Southampton, I'll be completely fine with that midfield.
I don't think you guys are gonna get Lavia. I think that he's gonna end up going to Chelsea now.
Sadly, but
You're getting
Dibo, what was your top 5? We didn't hear your top 5.
man, yeah, I'm gonna give my top 5. So in 5, well, no, I'm gonna go from the very top. So 1 is Man City. I think with the losses of Bernardo Silva and Gundogan, of course, over the transfer window, I think those are gonna be
Silva didn't leave.
losses.
They won't let Silva leave.
I thought he left for Saudi Arabia already.
Nah.
Bernardo's. Oh no, that's Mahrez.
Oh yeah, my fault. We had Mahrez. Yeah, like key pieces with those 2 guys. Without the way, I still think they have the coaching, the star players, and obviously the squad depth to win another PL title. Sadly, 2, I got Arsenal.
That's right.
Arsenal at 2.
We got the same top 2.
And I would admit they got better this offseason too as well. Signing Jurrien Timber, Kai Havertz. While he didn't have a good year, he should be another good depth piece. I mean, with I don't know with Chelsea last year, I think that I'm gonna cut him and other key players on the team some slack because they went through hell last year. Not really, no. But as I was saying, I'm gonna cut Havertz a little bit of slack. I think he'll do better in the Mikel Arteta's system this season. But I won't be surprised if Arsenal wins it this year as well, with how they pushed for the title race last year.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna be a lot closer this year than last year as well when you compare the 2. But Messi will win the league, in my opinion. So those are gonna be my 2 teams. 3, I got Liverpool. And then 4, I have Newcastle. And then 5,
sir.
I will have Man
Yes, sir.
in the Europa League spot.
Yes, sir.
That's fine. We love being the underdog.
Oh, what is
Man United?
Wow, you're never the underdog.
Y'all never the underdog.
No, we're the underdog in our city. What do you mean?
Y'all should be the big dog.
Right. No. He is right. He is right. They're not even the best team in their city. He is right.
Bro, Man City are taking your block. They've been taking your block for the past decade.
Yeah, and Everton owns your block.
How does Everton own our block? They could get relegated.
Say that.
How does Everton own our block? Does Everton own our block?
Just know Everton owns you guys.
They've been a relegation team for the past 2 seasons.
But have they ever gotten relegated though?
They
But
still
have they
got more
gotten
movement.
relegated?
In
They
the
should be
city.
getting relegated.
But have they
They
gotten
should be getting
relegated?
relegated.
Hey, perfect segue. Because the next thing was the 3 teams that we have getting relegated.
Hey, on 3 we all say it. On 3 we all say it.
Well, I'm not saying that.
We know. We
On
all
3,
know,
guys.
bro.
I'm not
1,
saying
2, 3. Luton.
Man United.
Luton Town.
Luton Town.
Luton Town.
Luton Town.
I
20th
think you're
place
gonna
easily.
I guarantee. I don't think that. When are they gonna get their first win? Fuck it. When do you think they're gonna
October.
get their first point?
September.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, September.
Maybe okay. Yeah.
All right.
I also
Who's it gonna be against them?
Wait. I have to say something. So the worst Premier League season by far in the league's history was when Derby County finished with 11 points in the 07-08 season. They had 11 points. The 19th place team was Birmingham City. They finished with 35 points that year.
Oh my God.
So a 24 gap. So with that being said, my question is, will Luton Town surpass Derby County as the worst ever team in Premier League history?
I don't think so. No. I think that they'll get 15, maybe 20 points. They'll still easily be the 20th place team, but I don't think that they'll get.
They're not going
11
down as the worst team ever.
They're not going to be the worst team ever. No. And they're handling this very well. Actually, I'm very surprised. What they're doing is because they know they're getting fucking relegated. So what they're doing is they're just making their signings now while they have the big lump sum that you get for just making the Premier League. So they're just making signings now so that they can win the championship next year and get back into the Prem once they get relegated and shit. They're handling it very well. Very proud of one of the bigger sides in all of England.
Yeah, they're basically creating a championship super team.
Exactly.
Looks of it. That's how I'm getting it. And without the way, which other 2 teams would you will get relegated this season?
Burnley and Sheffield United.
Burnley?
No.
Not
No,
Burnley. Burnley's not getting relegated.
I'm not high on Burnley.
Company's not going for that.
Steven Gerrard almost went for that.
Hey, but he's not Steven Gerrard. That's the problem.
Company's a way better manager than Steven Gerrard.
Steven Gerrard,
Steven Gerrard's my guy.
That Saudi club that he's managing, they're going to be so shit. I just know they are.
Well, hold up. Steven Gerrard has one good club on his manager resume.
What?
Yeah. It was Rangers.
Rangers, the Scottish club. I don't know though. I like Company, but Burnley's squad just does not look good to me.
You know who I always think is going to get relegated, but they somehow always get 11th or 12th, bro?
Hold up.
Crystal Palace.
Oh. Nah, Crystal Palace. Oh, they did lose Wilfred Zaha. But they're not going to get relegated.
They always get 11th, bro.
Yeah. They're going to be a lower mid-table side. Do we agree on Sheffield?
Sheffield United's cooked.
Okay.
Sheffield United are cooked this year.
Yeah.
But they lost 2 of their best players and really haven't found a replacement for either of them.
I don't know. I think the last spot then is just between Bournemouth and Burnley.
Everton?
Everton?
Oh,
Everton?
I mean, Everton. Yeah.
I thought that they would get relegated this year, after they sold Richarlison, but
they stayed alive.
I don't know. I don't know how they do it, bro. I don't know how they do it.
This is
But
devil's magic.
I'll go. I'll say Bournemouth. They'll get relegated.
Okay. For me, I already have a Luton Town and Sheffield going down, and so for the last spot, the 18 spot, it would have to be between Burnley, Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, and Nottingham Forest. Those teams I just mentioned. And Wolves. Actually.
Ooh, I'd be forgetting about Wolves. They're always a sneaky ass team.
And
they lost everybody this offseason.
They got really bad.
Yeah.
They lost Latino and Neves.
Right. And with that being said, with the 18 spot, I'm gonna have to go with Wolves, Wolverhampton Wanderers. is my 18th place team.
The Wolverhampton Wanderers.
That's their full name. Yeah, they're kind of a mess right now. Again, them losing Ruben Neves is a huge loss. Their best player uh ever since he got promoted from the championship a few years back. They just released their head coach, and so there's gonna be a ton of adjustments, ton of like coaching changes to be made, and the season starts. It literally starts like tomorrow. So they're in for a long fight. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, yeah. So who do they have? Do you know who they're? Is it just like an interim head coach or what?
I think Gary O'Neill is the new head coach. I'm not sure. Let me find that.
Pedro Neto will be their leading goal scorer this season.
Pedro Neto.
Pedro Neto with 9 goals.
9 goals.
Um.
I'm not
Then
feeling it.
all right. Then the next two go hand in hand. Give me your top signing and worst signing of the season, or like prediction for the season.
Give your top what and what?
Give your prediction for top signing of the season and prediction for worst signing of the season.
Do you want to go first, man?
I mean, I asked the question, so whoever wants to go first.
My fault.
So it's whoever wants to go.
Oh, never mind. I'll go. Is it only in the Prem?
Only in the Premier.
I'll say signing of the season will be McAllister because they got him on
Interesting. That was mine.
because they got him for so cheap and he's such a quality player.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say McAllister. Flop. I think that Paqueta is a good player, and I think that he's gonna go to Man City for like over 100 million. But I don't think that he'll be good his first year.
No way he's getting that kind of a price tag.
Bro, yeah, they City sent like a $80 million bid and they got rejected immediately.
All right, you ready for my signing of the season? And this is a low-key one because Danny took mine. Mine was going to be McAllister, but I genuinely think Harry Maguire is going to be good for West Ham. It seems like Harry Maguire.
Sure.
It seems so like Harry Maguire doesn't just go there and be good again. Go right back to Leicester City form.
I think so. I think so too.
So, as crazy as it sounds, Harry Maguire might be my signing of the season. Flop wise, interesting. Debo, if you want to go ahead. I gotta look through like all the teams, see what I think.
So for my worst signing of the season, I had to go. I'm gonna go with Mason Mount.
Worst signing?
Come on,
Yeah.
man. This is just hating.
I don't know.
Bro,
Player of the year.
it's that price tag, man.
Player of the
They
year.
did give him the number 7.
Years.
They did give him the number 7 too. So.
Dog, bro, it's
You
that
gotta
price
live up.
tag, man. It's that price tag. I'm
Would
sorry.
Havertz got the same fee, and I think Mount is better than Havertz.
He is better than Havertz, but that's not too hard.
No, I'm gonna take Havertz over Mount.
What?
I think from a technical. I think from a technical ability, I think Mount is worse than Havertz in that aspect.
I wasn't a fan of the Mason Mount like price tag either, but I don't think that he's horrible. I think that United had a good window. I just don't think that United is the best. Like, I don't think that they're a top 4 team in the Prem. I do think that they had the second best window though, maybe third.
Yeah,
I like what United did this window. Signing Onana too as well. I think that has to be one of my favorite signings by far. Them getting like a ball playing goalkeeper, replacing the head.
They needed it bad. But can we talk about Harry Maguire? Because Harry Maguire is not a bad player. Let's get that straight. He's a bad player if he's playing for a top club. Because the way that top clubs play, their center backs need to be able to like push the ball and control it and pass it. And he's just not that type of player. That's why he works so well like for England. Because he's not required to do a lot of passing and stuff. He's just required to just like play defense. But
I
I think
actually
they'll
want
do
to change
fine
one.
this
I do like the idea of Harry Maguire being signing of the season, but I forgot that this man went to Aston Villa. Give me Musa Diaby. Unreal
Musa
signing.
Diaby from. Ooh.
That's a
Unreal
good pick.
signing. For his price tag, he was getting linked to some of the best clubs, and for him to go to Aston Villa was just like it's like highway robbery. Um, Least favorite signing of the season. I'm still on that. I mean, if I could
Oh,
go back 2 seasons ago, it would be Kelvin Phillips.
oh,
Ew.
breaking news.
Mhm.
The Christmas Day schedule got leaked.
Let's hear it.
So Bucks at Knicks, Sixers at Heat,
Bucks at Knicks.
Sixers at Heat, and then
Bucks
this
at
is my favorite one: Celtics at Lakers.
For real?
Yep,
So
finally, Dibo.
who,
Finally,
who do the Nuggets
finally.
got?
Celtics at they got the Warriors, and then Mavericks at Suns.
Mavericks and Suns have a rivalry, so I
Yeah.
like it.
I like it as well. But
Um,
quick little Shams bomb.
All right. Yeah. Last thing about that. Stop putting the Knicks on Christmas Day.
Real deal.
Stop
no,
putting the Knicks on
Real
Christmas Day.
deal
I
for
don't. I
real.
don't care. I don't care about Madison.
we need
Madison
we
Square
need that
Garden.
morning game. We need that morning
I
game.
Yeah. Okay. When
It's
y'all lose,
tradition
when
at
y'all
this
lose the
point.
morning game every
No.
year.
He's right. It's tradition. It's tradition.
It's tradition, and we don't lose that game. We literally won it
You kind of do lose it a lot.
Didn't y'all lose it last year?
last year. We lost it the year before we won it
Whatever.
against the Hawks. We dominated the fucking Hawks.
Well, dog,
Was
it's
that like
like
y'all get back
Detroit.
game?
No, bro.
Got that
Like
game
it's
back.
like the Knicks being at MSG on Christmas is the same thing compared to the Lions being at Ford Field on Thanksgiving. Nobody cares about it. It's tradition. I
It's
understand, but
tradition.
we don't care. Both those teams they've sucked historically every single year. They'll
Except
complete
for
other
this year, we
teams.
care. This year we care about the Lions.
Yeah.
Kinda.
But we'll talk. Yeah, we'll talk about that later time. But as I was saying, I gave out my worst signing, but my best signing for the whole season is going to be Garvadio
Yeah,
to Man City.
that's a good one. That's a good one. After bro, it got leaked. I think Fabrizio leaked it, and then I think Red Bull was like, no, we don't want to do it anymore after it got leaked. And then City had to give them more money. But I think he's a good player. I think that he'll fit well with them.
My least favorite. I mean, I was looking, but I mean, Debo took Mount. I low key am gonna take Havertz. I really just I don't necessarily like the fit. I feel like they already have Odegaard, who's already does like Havertz job better. They have the wingers in Martinelli and Saka, so he can't really play there. And then, I mean, I guess he's probably gonna play like as an 8 because they already have Declan Rice as the holding mid, but
No, I think he's going to spend time at the 9.
he's gonna be a holding 9. That's what he's been playing in preseason, and he's looked
Because-
good in preseason.
And
But-
Jesus got hurt. So,
But yeah, when Jesus is healthy, I would rather have Jesus starting.
real deal.
Yeah.
But it's a good depth piece to have. I don't like Kai Havertz's game. I remember when Kai Havertz was being linked to Real Madrid, I was very upset. But I think it's a good depth piece.
Yeah, depth doesn't hurt, but I'm not paying, what was it, 55 or 60?
I think it was 55 with add-ons.
55 for depth, unless I'm Man City.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
just got that money.
Yeah.
But let's get into football then.
Shall we?
We'll get into.
Oh, we should have. I thought we were gonna do CL.
Oh no.
CL.
That would take too long.
CL, like the draw hasn't been made yet, so
Yeah.
I didn't add that to the list.
Yeah.
Regardless, United's not making it out of the group.
It's tradition, but we'll see.
Amen.
But right before we get into our top 20 wide receiver rankings, we do have to talk about another wide receiver who has been in the news. Henry Ruggs was sentenced to, I believe it was 9 to 30 years in prison for
It wasn't 9 to 30. It was 3 to 10.
30. Okay. And then for driving 160 miles per hour on a public street that ended up killing a woman and her dog. Thoughts?
I know people are upset about the time. I was too until I realized I think that he took a plea deal and he didn't plead guilty, which in the legal system they do take that into like account and everything like that. So is the time enough? Probably not, judging by the fact that if he does good behavior and all that stuff, he might even be able to get out in 2 years.
If good behavior, if he has good behavior, he's gonna get off on parole in 3 years.
And time served and all that stuff. So he could easily get out in the 3 years. So, but when you think about it, he took a plea deal, which then took down his charges from like murder and stuff to like involuntary manslaughter. So it's sad. The whole situation is really bad. Hopefully he can go to jail, and jail will be used as a real rehabilitation center for him, and he'll improve and he'll come back as a better man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you hope for. It is because, I mean, to see where he came from, like, obviously he stood out at Alabama, was the first receiver taken in his draft, first round pick. And then to see all, like, his world just completely change. It's sad, but you hope that he could get the proper help he needs, and hopefully what's done is done and he can start to improve and be a positive impact.
Yeah, same thing as well. Of course, it was a tragedy that the way it happened. Unfortunately, a life had to be taken away as well. Her and her dog in that situation, which is very unfortunate, like I said. But hopefully, Ruggs during his time in prison over the next few years, he'll be able to rehabilitate himself and become a better person in our society. So that's all you can say about it.
Yeah. Yeah. So with that being said, you guys want to get into our top 20 wide receiver rankings?
Oh wait, I got one more thing. How are we feeling about Richard Sherman joining Skip Bayless on Undisputed?
I love it. I love it so much, bro. One thing about Skip know how to pick partners. That Richard Sherman, that first show is gonna hit like crack in the 80s, bro. That's gonna be so insane. It's gonna be insane, bro. I'll be there. No matter. I think Undisputed comes on like 7 Mountain Time. Like 7. I'll be there no matter what. I'll be there bright and early, bushy tailed, everything, bro. I'll be there no matter what.
Skip know how to pick. Skip know how to pick a good co-host, but he got a weird fascination with this diversity because it was Stephen A, then Shannon, now Sherman, and none. First of all, the first two don't really. Stephen A likes him. Skip or Shannon doesn't like him. Do we think Sherman will like him?
And all that matters is that the TV ratings got to come in, right? So that matters.
Who cares about feelings, man? We're trying to get a bag.
Who's gonna be
better? He's trying to get paid out here.
Who's gonna be better, Sherman Skip or Shannon and Stephen A?
Shannon is
easy.
Yeah, like, hey, bro, you can't replicate what Shannon and Skip did, and especially what Stephen A and Skip did, because back in the early 2010s, bro, First Take, elite television.
First Take, elite TV. Skip had to go ahead. He was about his bag.
From 8 to 10. From 8 to 10, you'd be up and you'd be watching. Yeah. Tune out when they talk about anything but basketball and football.
Yep.
No, that's all they talked about. It was great.
They sometimes talked about like baseball and MMA and stuff.
Yeah,
but no one cared about that. People wanted to see Skip and Stephen A debate about LeBron being a choker or not.
Exactly.
Call LeBron being. People want to debate. People want to hear those two guys debate over whether or not Tom Brady is a loser or not, or if Tom Brady is or isn't better than Aaron Rodgers or Peyton Manning. That's what people want to hear, and it was great.
I'll be there for all those Tom Brady talks.
You are a hater.
You are a hater.
Most definitely. Who do you think I got it from?
Skip, his idol.
Nah, the person who just said Skip.
Skip's my idol, honestly.
Yeah, I get a lot of Skip vibes from you, Danny.
Yeah,
for good and bad.
For real.
If the group chat ever gets leaked, I can't come back on the pod.
I mean, we'd all be cooked, to be honest.
For real. Anyway, let's move on before I incriminate myself.
That is fair. Yeah, with that out the way, NFL wide receiver rankings. So what we're gonna do for this one is, we all got a list. We all made a list before being on here for this
Yeah,
episode,
I can prepare.
and on that said list, we got our top 20 wide receivers. So with that out the way, who wants to go first?
Matt, you want to go?
Yeah, I'll start. My 20 is he scrapped onto this list. I felt like I had to put him on. My 20 is DeAndre Hopkins.
Damn.
My 20 is DeAndre Hopkins.
That's really sad that Bry's at this point. My 20 is Brandon Ayuk.
Okay, he was on my short list. He was on my honorable mentions.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't make your
Damn.
20 after the year he had?
I had to put D-Hop above him. I just felt like I need to see one more good year because D-Hop's done it the last 8 years and had one bad year. Ayuk's had one good year and has had how many bad years before where we were expecting him to break out.
That's fair.
So they're respecting me how to give it a D-Hop. Also because this is probably D-Hop's last year on this list.
That's fair.
Okay. And for my 20th wide receiver, it is Mike Williams.
Ooh,
He
Mike
didn't make my
Williams is
list.
also on the short list.
He didn't make my list. He didn't even make my short list.
That's completely.
He was a low name on the short list. I can't lie.
I don't like his game. No
His game-
route running.
His game all right.
No speed. Bruh's just bigger than everybody. That's
Yeah,
his
so
game.
was another dude on my list.
I don't think I have anybody.
But he
on
got
my
speed.
list.
He got a lot of speed. I can't lie. 19, DJ Moore.
I don't know.
19, DJ Moore.
Okay.
Very good year last year. He obviously had some very good battles and won some battles against some top corners, especially like against Pastor Tan. But similar to what I said about Ayuk, I just need to see a little bit more.
Okay. When we get to more DJ Moore talk, we'll speak about him. But he's higher up on my list than 19. At 19, I have Ayuk's counterpart, Dibo Samuel.
Oh, I have Dibo Samuel.
Oh.
I love Debo's game. I loved what he did last year. And last year he was actually in my top 10, maybe even in my top 5. But the year that he had this year was piss poor. And it wasn't even from an injury standpoint. It was just from actually him playing the game. He didn't look the same at all. The route running wasn't there. The yards at the catch wasn't there. He just felt like kind of just like a player that was just in San Francisco. He kind of just felt like an afterthought.
Yeah, I agree with you as well. He did take a back seat in that Niners offense compared to guys like Ayuk, of course, Kittle, and McCaffrey when they traded for him in the middle of the season. I just think that Dibo, that whole season he was just a secondary piece. But with the guy's caliber and what he did during the 2021 season, being on that slave shift, being a running back and a wide receiver at the same time, that's not the type of player he is. So I'm expecting more out of him this upcoming season.
I'm expecting a bigger year out of Dibo for sure.
Yeah, I think you hit it on the head. They just use him as like, I don't know. It's tough because this is wide receiver rankings and they use him frequently now. Like kind of like Dibo said, that slavery role, that utility role where he's in the backfield, he's
That felt
returning
so
punts,
wrong
he's
having
returning
him.
kicks.
It's so bad. I'm not like, well, for better words, it was that Dibo was carrying that offense at certain points that season.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it like that.
Dibo, who's your 19?
Like Danny said, Samuel in 19.
Oh, you
for
both
me.
had Dibo. Okay.
Oh, look at us. Look
So
at
cute.
us.
So cute.
Yeah, we know how to evaluate the wide receiver position.
Moving on, man.
I'm
We'll
sure
see
we
that.
do, pal. I'm sure we
We'll see
do.
that.
I think you guys are going to think I have this dude too low, but give me Mike Evans at 18.
Wow.
Mike
Damn.
Evans at 18.
I don't think that's
At
too
18?
low. I don't think that's too low. I don't have him there. I have him a little higher, but
Yeah,
my
me
18 is
too.
Calvin Ridley.
Oh, he was. I didn't see any of him last year, obviously. So I couldn't put him.
I go off of talent. I go off of what I know. He is a
Michael Thomas would have been on my list if we were going off of talent, but he didn't.
hell nah.
You know,
no talent.
why not offer talent when he's completely healthy?
What talent does Michael Thomas like legitimately have?
Route running in hands.
Michael Thomas when he plays is elite.
No, he's not. I never saw the hype in Michael Thomas. I'm not even saying this is like a revisionist or whatever. I never liked Michael Thomas's game. I wasn't one who would clown him for saying he's running slant routes, but I never saw his game as being this elite, otherworldly receiver.
No, that 1 year where he broke the receptions record,
it was cool. I didn't see him.
His first 4 years, he was a certified top 5 receiver in the league.
Look, the year that he broke the record, I had him on my fantasy team. It was nice. I still didn't like his game.
I don't know.
It was nice. I had him on my fantasy.
Bro, he was really good on my fantasy team.
Danny, who's your 18?
One of the best route runners in one of the catchers of the football in the league by far, bro. I don't see how you cannot like him during his peak.
You don't do enough.
That's crazy.
You don't do enough.
Continue. Yeah, continue though. Continue.
Who's your 18, Dibo?
Who's your 18?
My 18. DK Metcalf.
No, really?
It's fair.
I had him quite a bit higher.
Me as well, but it's fair.
Danny, I didn't hear. Who was your 18?
Calvin Ridley.
Oh, you did. You definitely said that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, but okay. Wait for
why do you have DK so low?
Why got DK so low?
Yeah,
I just feel like the players I have above my list, they're way better at being a more complete wide receiver when it comes to route running, especially because DK.
Yeah. Sure.
He's not the best route runner, and yards after the catch, other aspects of the whole spectrum as a wide receiver. So that's why I have DK this low. But at the same time, he's a very good wide receiver. I mean, for these types of lists, especially in this position, like there's too many good wide receivers in this league, especially every wide receiver that's coming out over the past few years in like high draft positions. So you're gonna have takes like these. It's just a given.
Yeah. My 17, a guy that's already been mentioned by both of you, Dibo Samuel. Don't think we need to talk about him.
Yeah. Mine is DJ Moore.
Okay.
Wow.
I love his game, but the other guys just produce more, even with less QB talent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that's fair. Dibo, you're 17?
At 17, I have Brandon Ayuk.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Good pick. Moving on, 16. Chris Olave.
He didn't make my list.
Wow, really? Okay.
He didn't make my list, and I like Olave. He just didn't make my list. I think
was he on the short list at least?
He was on my honorable mentions. Yes,
okay. I'll take it.
But he didn't make my list. No, I think that he will be after he carries Derek Carr. Excuse me.
Yeah, you really don't like Derek Carr. You really don't.
Nope, never have. But I think that he'll be on this list sooner or later.
Yeah, I thought what he did last year as a rookie with whatever quarterback they threw out there with him, I thought was really impressive. I felt like he had to get on the list.
That's fair. My 16, I don't know if this is a shocker or whatever to anybody, but it's T. Higgins.
Okay. He'll be making an appearance in mine shortly, so good pick.
Word.
I'm a fan. Dibo?
With my 16th pick, I'm going to go with DJ Moore.
You better sound like you're doing the list on air.
I'm just looking. I'm just reading it right now. I'm just trying to add the
not read or something. Why did it take?
No, I'm just trying to add the suspense in. Just trying to
suspension, bro. It's 16.
Bro, don't tell me what to do, bro. Don't tell me what to do.
You know, Dibo don't take that kind
suspension isn't even the word, dumbass. Suspension is when you get suspended.
Suspense. I meant suspense.
God damn, bro.
I meant suspense.
Oh
yo, bro, chill out.
English major right here, y'all. That's an English major right
suspense.
there.
Hey, Hey, at least I didn't go out like Colin Cowherd with this type of stuff, man.
Ooh,
I didn't make
Hey,
a worse.
yo.
I didn't make a worse
Hey,
mistake
yo.
than Colin Cowherd. So hey, cut me some
Antonio Brown
slack.
is my 15th.
my
I-
15. Oh my god.
Hey,
My 15 is T. Higgins. T. Higgins.
Wonderful. Glad we're on the same wavelength, Matthew.
Absolutely.
My 15th, Mike Evans.
Okay. Okay.
Just a respect thing. Just a
Yeah.
respect thing.
Yeah. Consistently 1,000-yard wide receiver.
Yeah, pray for him. If y'all been
Always,
seeing,
always a
if you've
threat
been
in the red
seeing
zone.
them Baker Mayfield, Kyle Trask videos in practice, pray for Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, y'all.
7 interceptions in a day, Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
we can't really evaluate off of training camp.
Oh
We
yeah.
can't
Yeah,
evaluate
let's
off of
not
training camp
evaluate how a
reps.
player looks in practice. Yeah, let's just not
I
do
mean,
that.
bro, okay, like it's not the end all be all. I'd rather see preseason reps because they're actually in game mode. They're in full pads, full tackling going on. So I'd evaluate that more.
We'll
But
see
it's
how
still not
I
looking.
think that
It's still
they
not
play
looking good.
tomorrow. I think they play tomorrow, and I might tune in just to see that shitter battle. I might tune in. The Browns play
Wait.
tomorrow. D-Watt
Yeah.
playing, but I might be there. Well, I will be there, but I might watch the Bucks game.
Fair. Dibo, who was your
Who's your 15,
15?
Dibo?
Who's my 15? Mike Evans.
Well done.
Wonderful. Hashtag ball nowhere. Fuck with that, Dibo.
Well done.
All
He's a
right.
hella
So
ball
quick recap. Matt, list your receivers from 20 to 15.
D-Hop, DJ Moore, Mike Evans, Debo Samuel, and Chris Olave.
Okay, then Danny.
Mine is Ayuk, Debo Samuel, Calvin Ridley, DJ Moore, T. Higgins, Mike Evans.
Okay. And then mine are Mike Williams, Debo, Metcalf, Ayuk, and DJ Moore.
Exquisite.
Solid. Okay. Then I'll get us started with 14. 14, I have Jalen Waddle.
Whoa.
14, I have Jalen Waddle.
That's really
At
low.
14?
That's
Yeah.
really low.
How at
But
14?
this list is like, there's a lot of good wide receivers on
That's
this.
really low.
Jalen Waddle at 14? Most
low.
people say he's top 10.
He's
a
in
top
my
10
top 10.
lock.
He's in my top 10. He's a lock for top 10. That's
He's in
really
my
low.
top 10
He was
too.
not in my top 10. My top 10 was
That's a consensus for Jalen Waddle.
That's
Why don't
really
you think
low.
he's not top 10? I want your explanation. Why is he not top 10?
because a lot of the guys that I have here are doing it as wide receiver ones, and he's getting it as a wide receiver two, with where his wide receiver one is Tyreek Hill. So there's a lot of space for him. There's a lot of single coverage for him, whereas these guys are getting double looks, and a lot of them, not a lot of them, but some of them have much worse quarterback play.
Didn't that man have elite wide receiver one production his rookie year?
Yeah, his rookie year broke the receptions record for a rookie in an offense that was ran by Brian fucking Flores and Tua when he was ass.
Hey, Brian Flores is a good coach. I don't want that disrespect.
Shut up.
That offense was
The
bad.
offense was so bad.
It was horrible. It was just Tua prayer balls to Waddle every week.
It was bad. And he broke the receptions record as a rookie. In the AFC East, which, if you know, is not an easy division to be a wide receiver in.
No.
Well, no, it's not. It's not.
It never has been and never will be.
And Tre'Davious White twice a year.
It never has been. It never has been, and it never will be. It never will be. Sauce got that division locked up for many years to come.
Hey, look out for Christian Gonzalez too.
Real ball knower. I told y'all about Christian Gonzalez pre-draft. I fucking told y'all about Christian Gonzalez, man. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. That dude's nice.
Yeah, like that man's a goon, and putting a guy like him in Bill Belichick's scheme. You know how Bill Belichick's corners play. J.C. Jackson, Jonathan Jones, come on, Gilmore, bro. The track
best
record
Colombian athlete of all time. Vamos Colombia. Shout out Andrew.
Vamos Colombia. Vamos Colombia. Shout out
God,
to
do they have some great exports. Coffee, soccer players, women. They have some great exports, man.
Yeah, salute to the women, especially.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite export.
Okay, yeah, we gotta move on. We gotta
Let's-
move on.
We're steering away
move
from the
on.
topic now. Let's get back.
Yeah,
Let's get
we
back on
got
track.
Alright.
confused.
Yeah, Danny, who's your 14?
My 14 is Darius Metcalf.
Okay.
I think that's how you say his real name. I think, but it's DK. Is my 14.
Yeah.
Can't run a route for shit, but damn, is he a good football player?
Mhm.
Probably can't read either, but damn, can that boy play?
Hey, come on, bro, come on.
He went to Ole Miss and
He's got to get a better diet, though.
He went to Ole Miss and he's from Mississippi, Dibo. It's 50-50 if he can read or not.
That's so fucked.
It's
It's so
50-50,
fucked.
bro.
That's so fucked. That's fucked. That's crazy.
All right.
Okay.
Dibo, who's your 14?
Okay, my 14, T. Higgins. That's my 14.
Okay. So we all got T. Higgins in the same range. So
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
about.
He's a consensus 16 through 14.
When he gets traded from the Bengals because they won't pay him, he'll be in that top 10.
All right. My 13 is a guy that's already been named by both of you, DK Metcalf.
DeKalf.
DK Metcalf, but very good season. Obviously, has been able to do it with multiple quarterbacks. And did it in the playoffs this year, too. So
Yeah.
shout out DK.
Shout out DK.
I mean, he had a great debut rookie game, too, as well, against the Eagles in 2020.
Oh, yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
remember
balled out
that.
that game.
When they sealed the game with like a 40-yard pass to DK Metcalf.
Yeah, it was a moon ball right by Russ to call game. So
Yeah.
Did
when they had
Marshawn Lynch
Marshawn
play
back
in
there,
that
too.
game?
yeah, and the Eagles quarterback was Josh McCown. It was a weird one.
Jesus Christ.
It
All
was a
right.
weird
What
one.
number are we on now?
13.
13.
My 13 is Terry McLaurin.
See, that's where it's different. Terry McLaurin was in my top 10.
So you put wait. So you put Terry McLaurin in your top 10, but not Jalen Waddle.
Correct.
That's
Right. I got no shame in that.
That's so
Talent-wise,
whack.
talent-wise,
Danny,
Terry McLaurin is
this
so-
man can't evaluate wide receivers. That's
He
crazy.
can't. He don't know ball. Sadly,
You don't know the position.
Unfortunate.
You don't know the position.
it's unfortunate, man.
Oh God.
No, Terry showed me enough to be top 10.
I don't know about all that.
I mean, okay. Like, I don't disagree with McLaurin being a top 10 receiver, but him putting
disagree
him
with
over
him.
Waddle,
I disagree with that.
no.
I disagree with that.
McLaurin not being a top 10 receiver.
Him being ahead of Waddle is what I disagree with. If you have him in your top 10, it's fine. I realize some people really value what he does without a good quarterback, but to have him ahead of Jalen Waddle to me is absurd.
Yeah. But shout out McLaurin though. He's completely QB proof. I mean, who was his best QB during this entire time with the Commanders,
Heineke,
Redskins, and football team? Yeah, Heineke, Fitzpatrick. Wait, who was he? Wait, no, Fitzpatrick was for only one game. My fault. I'm tripping. He only played one game.
Is Dibo's
Carson
mic
Wentz,
tweaking or is
maybe?
that me?
I think it was your mic.
We
Hello?
good now? Hello?
Yeah, it might be you.
It's definitely you.
Arrgh.
No, now you're
Can't
good.
try to
Now you're
blame
good.
it on me.
I think you're good.
Dibo talk.
Speak. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, you're chill.
Hello.
All right. Should be good now, I hope.
All right. Dibo, who is your 13?
Devonta Smith.
Okay, nice. Because I have him in my 12. Low spoiler. So you want to talk about him or no?
Hey man, I've always been a fan of Devonta Smith since his Alabama days. This man Danny right here, he's been a complete hater. I don't know why. They talking about his weight, yeah, him being too skinny, but he one of the best route runners in the league already in his second year. We've seen what he can do as a number one option with the number two alongside AJ Brown. They're arguably the best wide receiver duo in the entire league, top 3 at worst. So Devonta Smith is perfect here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, y'all.
You left him off the list?
I forgot he existed. So yeah, I left him off the list.
Like I said, complete hater.
Complete hater. That's his come up for forgotten.
No, and it's not because he's ass. He's definitely a top 20
Damn,
player.
you don't know ball. You don't know ball.
He's
Keeping
top
Devonta
20.
Smith off the
He's
top
top
20
20.
list.
He's top 20. I just forgot he existed. My fault. My fault, Devonta Smith.
Who's your 12, Danny?
My 12 is Amari Cooper.
No, he didn't even make my list.
What the fuck?
No, there's no way.
He really didn't make your
Cooper,
list?
you have Amari Cooper borderline top 10?
Yeah.
No. It's long been past that time for Amari.
He really didn't make your list?
He didn't make my list.
Jesus
He's not better than
Christ.
Brandon Ayuk?
That's bad.
He's not even better than Ayuk?
That's bad.
Did he make
He's not
your list,
better than-
Dibo?
He did make my list. And by the way, along with Danny, I did forget that Amari Cooper existed.
Yeah. So shit happens, you know what I mean?
It's a
Shit
given.
So you technically
So,
did make your
okay.
list.
I did make my list. So I made a secondary list of like all of our lists here. So I'm just gonna share it real quick. And so this is it so far.
Cool.
Oh, Higgins. Higgins is who you're missing for me. Under Olave.
Right here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove Mike Williams here. He's on the borderline anyway, so I don't really care. And then we're gonna add every single receiver after him of like one spot, move him up once, move him down one spot. So I messed up.
So Cooper's 20, Dibo?
No, he's not 20. So I'm gonna put Dibo at 20, then move everybody down one.
Oh, so he's 13.
Well, I don't want to give up this surprise.
Okay.
There's a surprise, everyone.
Yeah, it's at a later time.
But no,
Surprise.
Amari Cooper did not make my list. I've been off the Amari Cooper.
How? He's easily one of the best route runners in the league.
Easily top
and he
3.
got 1,000 yards with Jacoby Brissett as his QB last year.
I don't know. He's just been so like, to me. Like I understand talent wise, yes, but like production wise on the field, I've been disappointed with him.
How did he?
When he's healthy, he's a guaranteed 1K receiver every year.
When did he disappoint with production?
I mean, I guess with the Raiders, when he had drop problems, but at the same time, like it's the Raiders. So.
Cowboys more.
I think
he was borderline top 10 with the Cowboys.
That was when he was at his best.
Not the last year. I thought CD Lamb being the wide receiver 1 was long overdue.
I wouldn't say it was long overdue. I'd say that it should have happened maybe in the middle of Cooper's last season, but it's not like Cooper was some type of scrub.
No, he was still a very capable receiver.
I am happy that you have CD above Cooper. I assume you have CD
sure.
above.
Yeah, that's a given.
That's a given at this point, yes. But to say that Amari Cooper is not better than Brandon Ayuk or DJ Moore or who else did you have on your list, Matt? Let's see this bullshit. Or DeAndre Hopkins or Chris Olave or DK
I can't lie.
Metcalf.
He was on the short list, but I didn't put him on. I can live with having Cooper off my list.
I can't.
All right, so I'm gonna name like other wide receivers that could possibly be better than Amari Cooper. Mike Williams.
No,
Mike Williams is not better than him.
Okay, Tyler Lockett.
No.
Marquise Brown.
No.
You're getting worse with your names.
Oh, okay, then why is he not top 20?
Because Hopkins is top 20 for me.
Ugh.
Nah.
Hopkins is top 20. Hopkins was good when he came back last year.
For 2 games. For 2 games, he was good.
No, but more than that, he also didn't have his quarterback too, for like a stretch.
The old D-Hop would have gotten it done.
Wait, so D-Hop's like what, 30, 31? When he was never a great separator to begin with. He was never a great No. He's always been a possession receiver, like a bit of a deep threat, but when it comes to actual yards after the catch type of guy, he's not been that type of receiver.
Sure, but he was top 3 being the archetype that he is. So like that has no effect to me. Like if you can ball with your archetype, why does that matter? He was top 3. He could arguably be top 1 with how he was with Deshaun in Texas in Houston.
How many years was that?
It was like 3 years.
3 years, 2-3
Exactly.
years.
Come on now.
So
Come on now.
was Amari Cooper ever top 5? Was Amari Cooper ever top 5?
Borderline.
Top 5
yes.
way.
Borderline.
He was borderline.
Top 5. Top 5
He
and
was
what?
like
Top
top
5
10. I
general.
wouldn't say top 5.
Top 5 and what? No, I'm at top 5 and what?
Wide receiver.
Top 5 wide receiver.
Yeah, Amari Cooper. He was never.
You make a claim about that.
Huh?
You can make a claim. You
I
can make a
would not.
claim.
I personally would not.
Ever since he stepped into the NFL, he's been a top 5 route runner, for sure.
Sure.
Like with Amari Cooper, he's guaranteed to give you 1,000 yards every year when he's healthy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. All right. So where are we at right now? We're at 1, 2, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 54. So we're at 13.
All right.
We're waiting on your 13, Dibo.
Oh, we're waiting on year 14, I think, right? Is it 14 or 13?
No, I gave
13.
DK was my 13.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so 13.
Oh, wait, no. You gave your 13. Your 13 was Devonta Smith.
Was it my 13?
Because
No. Smith is not my 14.
Oh, okay.
Oh, who's your 13 then?
So my 13 is Garrett Wilson from the New York Jets.
I was teetering with him and Cooper. Spoiler alert, Garrett Wilson's my 12.
You didn't have Cooper Kupp in your top 10? Is that a little spoiler?
What?
What the hell
He
is that
said,
got to do
him
with
and Cooper. Oh,
Who are you
I was
talking
mixing up Cooper Kupp and Amari Cooper. My bad.
about?
My 12, I already said it. I had Devonta Smith.
All right. And Dibo, who's your 12?
Amari Cooper.
All right. I do think that Garrett Wilson will be pushed in that top 5 spot this year.
You said you had Garrett Wilson at your 12?
He's at my 12, yeah.
Okay.
I think
He's at my 11. So same range.
But he's a dog, bro. Easily already a route runner in the NFL.
Wait, say that again. Say that about Garrett Wilson.
Easily, he's already, after his rookie season, a top 5 route runner in the NFL. I'd say so.
Okay.
Fair.
I mean, he had 1K yards, over 1K with the worst QB play in the league by far. So the sky's the limit for that man.
So give him the perk addict. I mean,
No, we can't be saying this stuff.
you can't say stuff that's true.
Stop talking about Aaron Rodgers like that, bro. Please.
What's wrong?
No, the man, bro. It's not, bro.
The perk head, the LSD addict, the darkness boy, the fraud.
Okay, yeah, but continue.
Oh no, that's really about it. That's really why he made my list so high, is because he's a great route runner, and he produced with such shitty QB play.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Very true. I mean, yeah, like Danny said, I have very, high praise for Garrett Wilson. Easily one of the best route runners in the league by far, and he's actually a dark horse in my opinion for offensive player of the year this season too as well. If the Jets offense takes off with A-Rod, because when you look at the Jets receiving core, it's not good.
Yeah,
it's still not good, to be honest.
It's not a good core. I don't know why they were trading away players when they obviously needed to keep them and grow their wide receiver room.
Yeah, they traded Denzel Ward's arch enemy away.
Denzel
Denzel Ward's owner, excuse me.
He's been frying them in practice. I can't lie. So, speaking of the Browns, and speaking of Garrett Wilson, before we traded our pick for Deshaun, I was praying and hoping we drafted Garrett Wilson. So I've always been on that train. I've always known the ball.
Well done. That's why we had.
All right, yeah, right. But like I said before, the Jets wide receiver core is not good. Like Randall Cobb, Alan Lazard, Mecole Hardman, they still got Corey Davis.
Nah, he's getting cut.
Yeah, okay, yeah, but still, he's still on the roster technically. So, there's not really a single wide receiver on this roster that can hang with Garrett Wilson as a contemporary piece. So when you think about that, I feel like this year with A-Rod and Garrett Wilson in this Jets offense, it could potentially be like a 2019, 2020 type of offense with A-Rod and Devontae Adams. It's just a two-man game, just
That pick
boom,
and roll
boom,
play.
boom. Yeah, the pick and roll easily, like 8, 9 to even 10 receptions every game because that's the main guy. That's the wide receiver who can consistently separate, consistently make big plays in the offense on the outside. So I think that Garrett Wilson is due for an absolutely monster season.
Nice. I agree with everything you said. I do see the similarities between him and Devontae. Excuse me.
Alrighty. Now let's move on to 11, which would be
11.
our borderline top 10 guy.
I already said I had Garrett Wilson at my 11.
All right. At my 11, it's Terry McLaurin.
Okay.
I agree with Danny on this one as well. I have McLaurin at 11 too.
Okay.
Baller. Real. Ball no.
Nice. I have McLaurin making my top 10 at 10. So
Fair.
similar.
It's fair. We're not too far off, but having him ahead of Jalen Waddle really pissed me off.
It's just.
I really can't. I really don't understand why you put Waddle below McLaurin.
Hey, new poll on Lunchroom Debates coming soon. Jalen Waddle or Terry McLaurin? Yeah, we'll hear what the
people stand with Matt.
The people stand with Danny. I obviously have the most stands over at Lunchroom Debate.
No, you don't.
Don't even see him in the caption. Don't even see him in the bio.
Stupid. Most people think you guys are stupid after that Dame take, after that Dame Drexler take, bro. You know that real got like 40K views on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
And the majority of those comments were just like
only old
people saying
Instagram
you guys. Bro, I'm just saying like,
bruh, has there been a single person who's been on Lunchroom Debates who's like consistently has been on Lunchroom Debates who we've made reels for who hasn't been clowned in the comment section?
No.
Exactly. People gonna talk regardless.
Regardless.
Greatness doesn't stop though.
Greatness don't stop. That is true. That is true. Okay.
Right. So I guess
Danny,
now we can move
your 10.
My top 10, my 10th guy is Jalen Waddle.
Okay. I'm interested to see where you have one of these guys in my top 10. I assume we all have him in the top 10. But I'm interested to see where he is for us.
All
right. And then for me, at 10 on my list is Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Okay, that was the guy I was talking about. But
okay,
I
had him at 9. He's my 9.
Okay. He's my 8. Spoiler. I'll just give it. He's my 8. My 9 instead was CD Lamb, and I was going like back and forth between them, but I had to put Amon-Ra ahead. I just feel like Amon-Ra in that wide receiver 1 role has shown me more than CD Lamb has in that wide receiver 1 role.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Last year he had a better year, I would say.
Amon-Ra had a better year than CD Lamb last year?
I think so, personally.
No, CD was doing much more with worse QB play.
Ooh.
Clearly, Jared Goff was the better QB than that.
I would say similar. I would say.
How is this similar? Dak was arguably a top. Bro, Dak was a top 10, even top 5 bad QB that last year.
Was Jared Goff better than Cooper Rush? Because he played with Cooper Rush for the first 6-7 weeks.
4 games.
4 games. Ooh, that's still a lot.
No, I think he was 3-1 because he lost to the Eagles.
It's still a lot of games to play.
Yeah, but Amon-Ra, you want to talk about route running? I mean, Amon-Ra is special when it comes to that.
Isn't CD a better route runner?
I think CD's the better route runner. I think
CD's better at route running than Amon-Ra.
Nah, you're asleep on Amon-Ra.
Amon-Ra hasn't beat in yards after catch, but I think CD's the better route runner. I think CD has the better hands, and I think he's the better deep threat.
Deep threat for sure. I won't even argue on that.
You can do a lot more with
hands
Amon-Ra.
Hands is arguable.
You can do a lot more with Amon-Ra. He's way more versatile.
Like being as like an X receiver, being in the slide, even like them experimenting with him being as a running back.
That's what I meant. I think because CD excels in the slot more than he does outside.
Yeah, for sure.
But I wouldn't say that Amon-Ra is a great X either. I think that he's more used as a slot too.
All I know is I'm taking Amon-Ra ahead of CD, so I got CD at 9.
And look, it's not like it's a completely like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Because for me, CD is just right above. Oh no, never mind. I almost spoiled mine. I lied. Move on, please.
So who's your 9, Danny?
My 9 is St. Brown.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. And then Dibo, who's your 9?
Jalen Waddle.
Okay.
Fair. It's fair. Matthew, your 8.
My 8, Amon-Ra.
Okay. My 8 is AJ Brown.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Interesting. Why so low, if you don't mind me asking?
For me personally, I think that the talent is there, but I think that maybe it's the way that the Eagles' offense is set up, but it was just a little too up and down. Not like that he was so high and so low. It's just in terms of he wasn't as consistent as he was in Tennessee this season. Mainly, I don't know, maybe because I remember having him in fantasy and he was up and down, but I don't judge it off of fantasy football, I promise. I just think that he was just a little too inconsistent for me, but the talent level is there, obviously, and I think that it could be because of the Eagles' offense, how they're a run-first offense.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, they were blowing a lot of teams out last year too. So
yeah, also that like by halftime, most of their games were over.
But because I assume you have CD above AJ
and
Brown.
Then I have CD. I have CD at 7. Yeah.
Okay.
This is a debate, apparently a really big debate in the NFC East, like between Cowboy and Eagles fans. It's like a really big deal. So I side with the Cowboy fans on this one. I'm gonna go CD is better than AJ Brown.
I think AJ is a lot better than CD.
I wouldn't say
I'm going to have to go with AJ Brown being better than CD Lamb.
I wouldn't say a lot better. You guys are tweaking with all that.
So who's your 8?
I didn't say a lot. Matt said a lot.
I said a lot in the rankings. I said a lot like ranking wise. Who's your 8, Dibo?
CD.
Okay, nice. So we really were arguing about CD and Amon-Ra for basically them to be switched in most of our lists, or like interchangeable in most of our lists. All right,
we got to get a reel.
7. I got Cooper Kupp. At 7.
Danny, and you said I was a Cooper Kupp hater.
Wow, that low?
That low.
And you said I was a Cooper Kupp hater. Explain, Matt, why Cooper Kupp's a top 7 receiver. And keep in mind to the audience, this for new viewers. This man, Matt, he's a Rams fan. He's been a Rams fan for years. So hey, we're gonna have him explain here.
Yeah, this is the problem with like sports talk is that you'll say one player is low, and it automatically is assuming that like people will think that they're automatically saying he's bad. In no way am I saying that. Cooper Kupp is a top 7 receiver. I actually wanted to put him at 6, but I just couldn't just because of what I've seen like recency wise. But the dude is still a top 7 receiver. He's still the wide receiver 1 on his team. There's no hate. It's all love. It's just one. It's the health wise, and I do think that the health is more of a concern because it started last year in training camp, and then he got hurt. Obviously in the season, and then this year he's kind of been missing quite a bit of training camp. So hopefully it's nothing to worry about. But he has to be in my 7. Just because the other guys are better than me ahead of him. No other reason. It's like it's not the juicy or sexy answer, but that's just what it is. It's no hate.
Ratio casual El Bozo.
El Bozo.
Fake fan.
Bro probably got
job.
Probably got Sky. Hey, no. I do like Sky Moore, but you know.
Why?
What is that, bro?
No, the rookie's gonna be better than Sky Moore.
What? Who? Rasheed Rice?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, but all I'm saying is that a wide receiver core of Justin Ross, Sky Moore, and Rasheed Rice.
Damn,
I'll beat them out of way.
What about Young
Kadarius Toney?
Young
And
Joker.
Kadarius 22.
I
and
love
Kadarius
watching those
22.
videos of him getting pissed in people's DMs. Stop telling him to call me that fuck nigga. I love seeing that shit, bro. It's so funny.
All right.
Yeah. But
Danny,
no,
who's
but as I was saying, like
Oh, my bad.
that core of our receivers, bro. Hey, I'll beat him no matter what.
Oh, he said Mbappe to that receiver core.
Mbappe
I'll
is
beat him
crazy.
no matter what. We're gonna have some fun this season for sure.
We're gonna have some fun.
Justin Ross will be a top 5 wide receiver by the end of this season.
Let's go.
I guarantee
Let's
it.
go.
I guarantee
Let's go.
it.
Let's get ignorant. Let's do it. Let's get ignorant. Let's
Bro,
get ignorant.
that one training camp catch told me everything about him.
Let's get
Everything.
ignorant. Let's go. Preseason darling Marquez Callaway of this season. Let's go. Let's get ignorant.
Danny, who's your 7?
CD.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
And Dibo, you're 7?
AJ Brown.
Okay. So I have AJ quite higher than both of you. Ish. My number 6, this is the dude that I was going really back and forth between him and Cooper Kupp. But my 6 is Stephon Diggs.
My 6 is Odell Beckham Jr.
And for real, who is your 6?
My 6 is Stephon Diggs as well.
Nicely done.
Damn. I think this is the first time we've ever had.
Oh, clean sweep.
You've ever had like a clean sweep.
Oh, and it had to be the number 6. Hey man, Jesus rebuke us all, man.
Hey man, hey, we are under the Illuminati. It's official. Yeah, hey man.
Yo,
we sold their souls
for 15 views on this podcast, man. I can't believe it.
Hey, 21.
21.
Thank you.
21 views. Hey, we signed the same deal as like Doja Cat for sure. So we're with them people. We're with them peoples. At the end of the day.
My number 5, let's get into the top 5 now. Is that Eagles man, AJ Brown.
Okay.
He made the top 5. Super Bowl TD did a lot for me.
Bro, he fried the shit out of the Chiefs. Oh my god, this shit was nasty. He fried the fuck out of them, bro.
Oh, I'm hella we're talking about it.
I was
so pissed when that shit happened. I was like,
I was so hyped, bro.
Yeah. Divo, I remember because it looked like he could have got the interception for a sec.
Didn't he like fall or something?
It was like McDuffie and Thornhill. They were double covering that man Brown, and then the ball by Jalen Hurts was so perfectly placed.
Yeah,
where he just put it right in the breadbasket. Man, AJ Brown, he just came down with a great throwing catch, unfortunately. But the fortunate part was that we still won that Super Bowl, so I don't really care at the end of the day.
Rigged, didn't hold, whatever.
Facts.
That was a clear hold, so it don't matter.
Who's your 5, Danny?
My 5 is Odell Beckham Jr.
Stop saying that. What year is it?
I know who his 5 is. I know who your 5 is.
My 5 is Jamar Chase.
Okay. He's short. He's coming on my list.
And that's too low. That's too low for Jamar Chase.
It ain't too low, bro. It's not. No. It's not. It's not too low for Chase.
Chase is on the case?
I hated when Romo said that. I actually just hate Tony Romo. I just want to say that. I just wanted to say that. I just hate
Tony. Why you hate Tony Romo, man?
The dick eating is just insane, bro. I just fucking hate it. Bro, when I was watching the Bills and Dolphins playoff game, I had to text it in the chat. I was like, did he just call Josh Allen Mr. January? What the fuck is he talking about? It just pissed me off, bro. I hate him. He don't even be talking about football. He just be talking dick.
Yeah, that's my favorite. I think my worst moment with Tony Romo was ironic. It was a moment with like when we played. Obviously, it was the Bills-Chiefs game in the divisional round, and the pass that Mahomes made to Tyreek, and throughout that whole entire recap of the whole play, he was like, "Oh, only Mahomes." You know, the magic of Mahomes during that play.
When Tyreek took it like 60 yards to the crib.
Oh, this man Tyreek, he took a slant to the crib.
He's like, "Oh, look at Mahomes." Well, that
took a wide open slant to the crib.
That Collinsworth moment was pretty bad as well.
Nah,
that was a heck of a play by Mahomes right there.
Oh, in the Jacksonville game?
That was bad.
That was dick eating. That was
That was
pure
dick
dick
eating.
eating. Collinsworth gets away with it because he's old and he's an OG.
Yeah, he is.
Romo, you
and he brings the rankings every time he's on TV.
exactly. Romo,
People
you're
do
a
this-
cowboy.
Romo
and
does the
your
same
name
thing
is,
as well.
Romo's a cowboy, and his last name is too close to homo, so that's why he doesn't get any breaks.
Damn.
Dibo, who's your 5?
My 5, Cooper Cup is my 5.
It's fair.
Good spot.
Fair.
No complaints. My number 4 is Jamar Chase.
My number 4 is Cooper Cup.
And my number 4 is Jamar Chase as well.
Booper.
I think we're gonna have the same top 3. Maybe.
If you guys have Odell and Sammy Watkins in yours, then yes.
Only if you have Kenny Golladay at 1.
That's exactly who I had at 1.
I actually got Allen Hurns in my top 3.
Allen Hurns.
That's a good
Oh,
one.
wow.
That's a
Oh,
good
wow.
one.
Yeah.
But my number 3 is Devontae Adams. I felt low putting him at 3, but I had to.
My number 3 is also Devontae Adams.
Yeah, the other 2 are just better at this point.
Yeah,
No hate against Devontae.
I agree.
I'm going to be different. I'm going to put Justin Jefferson.
Whoa.
Interesting. Now who
are
does
you
him
still
a ball,
are you
Danny?
still complaining about that slot bullshit, you fucking bitch? Are you still doing that?
He complaining about the touchdowns.
He produces in the slot because he's not a real man and he can't play on the outside. You sound like a bitch. Production's production, Dibo.
Real.
Is a yard on the inside the same as a yard on the outside?
As far as I
Yes,
know.
technically, yes. Yeah.
All yards are made the same, correct? They're just like people. Dibo, a yard is a yard. All yards are equal, just like people.
Okay.
All
Wow.
Well
kinds of
said.
people.
Well said.
Like all and every single type of human being.
Nice.
Yeah, but okay, you say that, but when Justin Jefferson compared to the other two, when he lines up against more physical corners, more man press type of corners, the success isn't really there with the release and with on the win rate and with other aspects of that in that nature. And so that's why I have both Tyreek and
Patton.
Devontae Adams ahead of Justin Jefferson, which is completely fine.
Just chatting, yo. Just a D1 chatterbox, bro. Just ugh.
Hey, pull up that tape. Week 2 Monday Night Football. Darius Slavers, Jettis. Look
Yeah,
at that.
pull up
tape.
them comments whenever you make an Instagram reel. They're always saying the black one makes me mad. Or is that just my comments?
Probably a mix of both. So what are we on now? Top 2?
Yeah, we're in the top 2.
My 2 is Tyreek Hill.
My 2 is also Tyreek Hill.
Wow, Danny. We killed it at the top.
Because,
my 2 is also Tyreek.
Nice. And then at 1, I have Justin Jefferson.
at 1, I have Mecole Hardman.
Can't believe I left him off my list.
Debo.
Looking
Please.
back
Yeah,
at
me
it.
too.
Debo,
Me
your number
too.
1.
Chiefs legend. But with that being said, I have Devontae Adams as my number 1 wide receiver.
Yeah, no, he's just not better than Jefferson. I'm sorry.
He is better than Jefferson.
Not anymore.
How not anymore?
Because Jefferson went to a whole new level this year. It was insane what this dude was doing.
Okay, and ain't Devontae Adams been a number 1, the number 1 best wide receiver in the league for the past 3 years now?
Mm-hmm.
And he still was at an all-pro level this year with Derek Carr being statistically one of the worst quarterbacks in the league by far.
Yeah, which is why he's 3rd on the list. But the other 2 dudes led the league in receiving.
Exactly.
Tyreek was 2nd in receiving yards by 50 to Justin Jefferson, and he had Skylar Thompson and Teddy Bridgewater for a large part of the season.
Watch the tape on Justin Jefferson. Just watch the tape, Debo.
Tape is
Yeah,
nice.
and I watched the tape. And I watched the
Fantasy
tape.
Football was nice with him on my team.
Yeah, and I saw the tape with him and against pressman corners, and during like I said against Slay in the Monday night game, and especially in the playoff game versus the Giants.
in week 2.
No, that
It was the
wasn't
same
because
thing versus the
that
Giants.
wasn't because of a press game. That wasn't because of a press scheme. That was because they completely bracketed him out of the
Yeah.
game plan. Their whole game plan was do not let number 18 get the ball. As soon as he gets the ball, it's game breaking. That was their whole game plan, and they won that shit.
I'm pretty sure the Giants-
Go look at every single play. I guarantee you, Justin Jefferson has at least 2 people with him. 2 people that their sole purpose is him.
I'm pretty sure the Giants are one of the one of the teams that run press man the most. But okay, throw it out the way. But again, Jair Alexander, another corner who loves to be physical, who loves to press during man coverage. And what happened during that second game against the Packers?
Why do you only talk about the second game? Why do we only talk about the second game? Why don't we bring up the first game?
Bro, second in the list.
Dibo, he's such a real journalist, man. You only got to bring up what fits your criteria. Shout out Big Perk. Shout out Big Perk, man. You got to bring up what fits your narrative and your narrative only. Dibo forgot that they played 2 games in a division or something? Or did you just choose to forget it?
I didn't forget that.
Or did you just choose to forget it? Or did you choose not to bring it up because if you don't say it, it didn't happen?
Well, man, all right.
Man.
Hold on. Dibo, I got some stats here.
See that's the untrained eye, you know. Just going off basic counting stats.
Coach Spo, man. Oh.
That's the untrained eye. That's Matt's whole argument this whole time. Just going off counting stats.
Hold up. Jay Jettas has had some bad games, right? This season, right? As everybody does. He never had a game where he had 3 receiving yards. Vontae Adams did.
Which game? Can you pull up?
Is that the Saints game?
It's it is against the Saints. 24-0 loss.
Yeah, I blame more of that on Derek Carr. You know,
he had 5 targets. He caught 1 of them. Don't forget about that Steelers game either, where he had 15 yards receiving.
15 points. Dibo, why didn't you bring up the Saints game that Justin Jefferson had? Do you remember that shit when he put his whole dick in Marshawn Lattimore's mouth?
Yo.
You don't remember that shit? You just let it hang. Or what he did to Stephon Gilmore? But you don't bring up those 2 corners because Jefferson had good games against them. Let's only bring up when he had bad games against guys like Darius Slay, first team All-Pro, and Jair Alexander, second team All-Pro.
I mean, he didn't have that great of a game against Sauce Gardner too and DJ Reed.
He fried them.
No, he didn't.
He fried Reed. He didn't get put on Sauce. Sauce didn't get put on him.
Sauce was getting assigned by Jettas. They were matching up with each other at parts of the game. I don't know why Danny's lying. I can say the same thing about you, Danny. With your argument here.
What?
About you trying to switch up things to like cherry pick certain games for your narrative.
I don't do that. I don't lie.
We all do it.
I've never done that in my life. I've never brought up a fake stat in my life.
I love doing it too. It's called
okay. That is true. But okay, let's just go by each category for like what makes a receiver great. Let's compare the 2 with Jettas and Davante Adams. Let's go with that.
Okay, let's do it.
So, deep threat, who's better?
Jefferson.
Yeah. Deep threat, yeah.
Adams.
Like, if you're just gonna fucking lie, let's not do this.
How am I lying?
Like, what's the point, bro?
Okay. Hands.
Adams.
Yards after the catch.
Jefferson.
I'm gonna go with Jettas as well. Separation.
Adams. Still, for my money, the best route runner in the NFL.
Yeah, he is. Well, yeah, I thought, yeah, you can, yeah, route runner as well for me.
See, you know, for the categories I said, for the most part, y'all said Davante Adams.
That's not that goes into it. Jefferson. Who can do the better gritty? Who has the better grill? Who has the better chains? Who looks better? That's the type of stuff that matters, man.
He's not gonna see this. I hope you know that.
He will. Cam Thomas saw that one. Cam
Monty
Thomas saw
Bates
one.
liked another.
Imani Bates saw another. I mean, like, what's stopping Jefferson from seeing this?
But I was gonna make a reel earlier this I think like last month talking about like a Money Bates not being good in the NBA.
He won't be. You hear me, Imani Bates? You won't be a good NBA player. You'll be a better NBA player than I was, but you won't be a good NBA player.
Then you were Danny. What's your name, just so I could look you up on Basketball Reference?
Oh, my name Earl Boykins.
Interesting. Then why do you go by Wanny?
It's
I
a
mean-
name that my grandmother gave me
Interesting.
on my dad's side.
And
I mean, you have the same
Earl,
height. Wait, hold
Earl,
on. Wait,
could you
hold
tell
on.
me every team that you've played for?
The Milwaukee Bucks,
Mm-hmm.
the New Orleans Hornets,
Mm-hmm.
the Kansas City Royals.
And you said your name is Earl Boykins, right?
Earl Boykins, yes, sir.
Can you just tell me your birthday?
May 19th, 1974.
No.
What do you mean, no? It's my fucking birthday. How are you going to tell me no?
Because I'm looking. I'm looking in it.
Oh, shout out, guys. Matt told me that my birthday is not May 19th, 1974.
Well, you said to look you up. I'm just looking you up.
I didn't say I never said look me up. I never said look up me, who is
Well,
Earl
you're
Boykins.
saying that you played for the Bucks like this Earl Boykins did, the only Earl Boykins in history, but this
Yeah.
dude wasn't even born in the same month, same day, or same year.
It's because my mom couldn't read, so she put the birth certificate wrong. But I was born May 10th.
Okay, and what high school did you go to?
St. Vincent St. Mary High School.
In college?
I didn't.
It says here you went to Eastern.
Fuck, I was really taking a gamble. I really hope he didn't go to high school.
He went to Cleveland. He did go to Cleveland. He was born and raised in Cleveland.
Wow.
He went to Cleveland Central Catholic.
Oh, why are we talking about Earl Boykins this much?
Because you and him are the same height.
See, me personally, I won't take that kind of disrespect.
He might even be a little bit taller than you.
Ooh. For reference, Earl Boykins is 5'5".
Yep, a little bit taller. Maybe.
I'm not 5. I'm
Yeah,
not
how tall are you?
5'5".
How tall are you?
5'7".
This nigga lying. You see how he's laughing? he's fucking lying, bro.
Okay, 5'6". I'm 5'6".
Huh?
5'6". I'm 5'6".
Be for real, bro.
I'm 5'6".
Say on God.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, you going to
I'm
hell.
5'6". Oh, that's
on
on. Dog, that's on my driver's license. That's on my ID. I'm 5'6".
So what? I put that I have blue eyes on my driver's license. That don't mean it's real. I did my shit online, but it doesn't mean that it's true.
Danny, how tall are you?
I think I'm about 6 feet flat, maybe 6'1".
That is complete cap.
How is that cap at all?
I don't believe you're 6 foot.
You don't believe I'm 6 feet. Debo, when I stand next to you, my dick's at your forehead. Like,
why you gotta use such vulgar language?
Oh, God.
Okay,
We're talking
Debo.
about this type of
Okay,
stuff.
Debo. When we stand next to each other, my pelvis area is on your cranium.
Same thing.
Mine is on your cranium.
Same thing. That's crazy. That's crazy.
My apologies for the child viewers. That's just how mad Dibo Elango gets me. Elango gets me.
We always gotta have some controversy going on every episode with Danny arrives, but that's what makes this podcast great with him, because we get such entertaining conversations.
Yes, and some that will never be heard by the public, from my understanding.
Yeah, for good reason.
Thank God, thank God, because I'm not gonna. We don't gotta get too in depth in that, man. You know what I mean? Oh man, I don't really want to talk about that. Kind of like what Logic said with Charlemagne.
Yeah.
Debo, you remind me of Charlemagne.
How?
Just foolish.
I have way better journalistic integrity than Charlemagne.
I don't know. I don't know if you'd ever be able to come up with a question like you know,
I don't know.
like the one that he asked Logic.
Who the hell raped your sister?
I didn't know I could say it. I didn't know I could say it, but yeah, I don't
You're
think
the one he
I
asked.
mean, like that. That's verbatim. That was verbatim what Charlemagne said.
I don't think that you'd be able to come up with such a question like that.
Because it's a
No,
horrible
no.
question to ask
Not the
anybody.
question he asked Tim Duncan. The question he asked Danny Green about Tim Duncan.
Is Tim Duncan bisexual? I don't think Dibo can come up with that one.
No,
I
and I
think he
never
can come
would
up
for
with
good
that.
reason. And wait, no, the one about Magic Johnson too.
What was that one? What was that one?
Well, he said, Magic, when you found out you had AIDS, was you like, man, that was that nasty bitch from Sacramento?
Bro, it's so many. There's so
question
many
for
bad ways.
Question for y'all. Okay, let's say you're at Tivoli Station. Okay, this is the scene. All right, you guys know what I'm talking about. You're in the middle of Tivoli. All right,
Tivoli?
of Tivoli. Excuse me, Tivoli.
I was about to say.
Would you? I've been having this debate with a lot of people. Okay, would you, if I gave you $100, would you be able to finish a popsicle in 2 minutes, but you can't bite it?
Would I finish a popsicle in 2 minutes without biting it?
Yes.
First of all, why did you even come up with that question?
Just answer.
This was
Bro.
just like
Second of all,
Just
Second of
answer,
all,
bro.
who are you talking? Who are you asking that question to? I want to
So
know.
my coworkers at work.
You should be fired from there immediately. But
I'd be able to finish that popsicle. Let's just be real.
Pause.
It's too much time.
Pause. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't for many reasons.
No, I mean, like, we'd have like questions for you afterwards if you're able to do it. But like, would you be able to do it? Would you do it in
100%.
front of a crowd of like 50 people?
100%. That's not even a punishment
No.
to me,
Bro. Like, number one, I get $100 and I get a popsicle. Like, bro, I'm doing it, bro. Like, I'm going stupid on that shit, bro.
No, wait. Like, what kind of popsicle is it?
It's like the American flag one.
Yo, it's the way. It's the way. Ain't no way, but wait, but I gotta go back to this. I gotta go back. So for the list, here's a recap of what we did. Let me zoom this out. Damn, that's too far.
Maybe a little bit more.
Maybe you want to zoom that in a little bit, bro.
Yeah. Can y'all see this or no?
Nah.
Damn. How about now?
A little bit more, please.
No, that's good.
Yeah, thank you, Weibo. Rare.
Okay,
Weibo
so
comment.
these are our list. Debate about them in the comments or wherever you guys are watching this.
Scroll down a little.
We'll do
to that second page. Nice.
Real nice.
Hold up.
Why do you have two people saying Adams?
Hold up. Yeah. You got ours wrong.
Oh shoot, my fault.
That is that one. Me and Denny got the same top three.
This absolute utter buffoon.
We got Judges at one. You have Judges at one?
Oh, I have Adams at one.
Oh.
I can't even make his own table.
And then we both had Hill at two. Me and Denny both had Hill at two.
Where
I'm
did
tweaking.
you get Chase from, bro?
You're missing a row.
Doing?
I'm missing. Wait, I'm tweaking so hard
You're
right
missing
now.
2 rows.
Damn, I'm kind of fucked up here. Damn, I really went out like Colin Cowherd for this one.
You really went out like Colin Cowherd, bro.
Jesus Christ.
I know that we talked about the Henry Ruggs situation a little bit earlier. I think that we're at the point of the podcast where we just talk. We were talking about the Henry Ruggs situation earlier.
How long till Colin Hurd says Henry Ruggs in a conversation?
No, I want to bring up O.J. Simpson.
Oh, I saw that. Shout out Winston Debates.
I know his ass is not talking, bro. I know his ass did not say it.
What
Why,
you're saying
why
about the
can't why
innocent
can't
man?
OJ why can't OJ Simpson have an opinion? He's a free man, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Innocent man.
The glove didn't fit.
Glove didn't fit.
The glove did not fit. You saw the footage.
I saw
You
the
saw the
footage.
footage. You saw the footage. You seen that footage.
Shout out OJ Simpson, man. Really knows how to get a good lawyer.
Man, O.J. Simpson. Now that boy when he was playing, he was a killer.
Just
O.J.
like that
Simpson
man
was
Aaron Hernandez.
real. They were just straight killers.
Oh so Danny and Matt, give me your top 5 again.
It was Jetta's, Reek,
Okay.
Adams, Chase, Brown.
Jettas, Reek, Adam. Oh, what the fuck I got Brown from? I have 5. Jettas. This is for later. This is for fucking later.
Mine was Jefferson, Hill, Adams, Cup, Chase.
Jettas,
You got 5.
Reek. Wait, Matt. Chase.
Adams.
Okay, Adams at 3.
Yep, there you go. Mine is
And
complete.
then Danny, say it again.
Danny had the same
Jefferson,
top 3.
Jefferson, Hill.
And Reek.
Damn, Danny, you Reek.
Adams.
That was a horrible joke, man. I'm sorry.
Adams,
Ruined it
Cup.
with some viewer.
Jettas,
And then-
Reek, Adams, Cup, and then Chase.
Yeah.
Nice. Damn, that Diggs roll looks kind of nice.
Diggs. Shout out my Diggs Small. Winning the fantasy, winning a 3-peat, actually, was what's going to happen this season.
That's funny. Danny, your second one doesn't count
How does it not count, bro? I was up 40 on him.
because I wasn't in the league. We know I'm low key your best comp, but
Bro, I don't know. Bro, you chose not to be in the league.
Hmm?
We gave you multiple chances.
you
No, I
signed
gotta
up too
focus
late.
on my
You
work.
signed up too late last year and way too early this year.
Yeah. We do what we do, man. we do what we do.
But
Whoa, Fabi Bomb. Manchester United and Paris Saint-Germain are closing in on a 60 million euro fee for Neymar Jr.
And Danny is capping once again.
And I am a pathological liar.
Yep. See, at some point, you just get to a point where you can read Danny.
Yeah, we
The
know
troll just can't go anymore.
Yeah. Well, over the
Brother's a
phone.
generational liar.
Over the phone, yeah. On text, I still think that I'm a top tier troller.
Well, yeah, text is a bit harder to diagnose.
It is.
Sadly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just to be clear, you guys wouldn't do the popsicle challenge, the American popsicle. Like
To be fair, I would do it if it wasn't a challenge.
I'd do it for free. I'd pay you. I'd pay
By
you
the
to
way,
do it.
okay. I was actually about to say this was the first summer in my life that I didn't have any popsicles. That's true, but I was gonna say I didn't have any ice cream, but I think I had ice cream either once or twice this summer.
I had ice cream, I think. I think I had ice cream on the 4th.
Did you scream for ice cream?
No, I haven't. I don't scream. I've never screamed in my life.
That's a lie.
I'm a grown fucking man. What am I screaming for?
Bro came out the womb a grown man.
Yep. I came out the womb. Didn't even cry. I was
Danny
just
came out the
smiling.
womb and worked a 9 to 5 the next day.
Exactly. Real shit. I did.
Well, someday I gotta pull up to that Nike store, man, to see what y'all doing. Because
Yeah.
I know y'all don't. I know
It's
y'all don't
not
be
work.
getting any work done.
Hey, Dibo. One day you got to pull up to a fucking McDonald's and get a job application, bitch. That's what you need to do one day.
Nah, I'm gonna work during the school year.
Oh, here we go, lying again. Hey, I'll tell you. Look, we do a lot of work at Nike. A lot of work. Y'all be thinking we don't be working. We just have a lot of fun when we work.
You work hard so you can play hard.
Exactly. I play hard and work hard at the same time.
Yeah.
We got a lot of shit done at Nike.
All right.
Why
That's
don't
just
y'all
a
believe
fucking
me?
mess.
Whatever. Hey man, if you're getting paid, you're getting paid. I don't really
Bro.
care. If you're getting paid, you're getting paid. I don't care.
Bro, we do work, bro.
Hey man, this is cool. But I think we gotta wrap it up.
Yeah.
We've gone a bit too far with this stuff. A lot of stuff being said from all parties involved that was outside of our regular guidelines, and we are deeply sorry about that. It'll never happen again with this podcast.
Hey, whoa. Hey, what do you? I thought I was getting cut out.
I mean, no, like, yeah, we I mean, you know,
We're not gonna.
but still, you said, I mean, everybody said like a lot of stuff that was like, hey man, it's kind of on the edge. So hey, we going for the most part, hey, we're gonna do better.
Trained yet?
Dibo,
We're gonna do better. We have to do better.
Have to.
Want
All
to.
right, I'm tweaking. Yeah, we have to do better. Yeah, I'm tweaking.
Yeah, because for you guys, you have jobs, and for me, while I am employed, I still have a brand to create. So yeah, we can't be in these type of situations.
Okay, I don't know why he felt the need to put the exclamation mark on that, but
Because I wanted to get it out. I wanted to get that part out. So yeah.
Dibo finished something fit.
This is like the part in class where the teacher has to like condone the whole class for somebody's actions, and I just got to chill here and sit while that one person who had poor actions has to listen.
Yeah, I was always that one kid.
Oh, we know. Didn't you go to the same middle school, right?
Yeah,
Elementary.
like real men. Real men went to Rolling Hills and Falcon Creek, and I kind of just leaked where we live. So
we say that all the time.
No, because we've moved since high school, low key, because we're all in college.
Yeah, Dibo still lives at the same spot that he went to when he went to Liberty. So if y'all want to go ahead and get him, if y'all really don't agree with his takes like that, just know Dibo's for the taking.
Yeah, y'all never finding me.
Give me 3 days. I was playing GTA one time. And I said something to some dude, or like I blew up his car or something, and he texted me back in the game, like in GTA. He texted me my IP address. Yeah.
Damn.
Scariest moment of my life.
Damn.
Well, I feel like that's happened with you like multiple times throughout your entire life.
Yeah, what if? Yeah, they need to be like asking for it.
I've gotten booted offline so many times for joining people's parties and stuff.
Have you been banned?
I've gotten suspended, yes. I've never been banned. I've gotten suspended, yes. I got suspended on 2K.
Yeah.
Dibo got banned for some kid was playing 2K, and he went and he put the whole lobby in a chat, and he sent his like YouTube. The kid's just trying to get put on.
Right.
And Dibo goes in the chat and he's like, "Fuck this shit! I'm not watching this, you pussy," or something like that. It's something really like bad. And then everybody in the server reported Dibo, and he got banned off PlayStation for like a week.
Not everybody in the server did.
I reported you.
Why would you report me?
Because it was funny.
Man, bro, I had to play like offline games for a whole week, bro. I had to play
a whole week you had to play offline video games. See how lame you just sounded?
Damn. First world problems, huh?
First world problems, man.
I didn't mean it like that.
Think about the children in Cameroon, Dibo.
I do think about the children in Cameroon all the time.
You don't. You won't even be saying hi to them on WhatsApp.
Damn. Look who's popped up.
Wait, you don't be saying hi
about CJ Stroud. Guess
we can't see it. We can't see
give it
it.
a sec. Give it a sec.
It's Brock Osweiler.
It is.
Well, we still can't see it, bro.
Shut up, man.
Brock Osweiler. What a name. What a guy.
What a
you
laugh.
baffling about. But nah, man. Like I'm proud of my culture and where I came from. You don't know. You don't do that. So I don't think you should be talking about me.
Damn, Daniel. He's calling you out on your character, on your background, on everything.
I sure am.
Typical Dibo. Typical.
Yeah. We gotta end it here. Yeah, we've been rambling for too long, bro. All right. I'm gonna do the ending. So, with that being said, thank you all for watching. Another great podcast, another great episode. With that being said, please follow us on all our social media pages on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. All with the handle at
OnlyFans
Lunch from the
coming
Base.
soon.
That
Hey,
is not coming soon. But Fansly maybe. Shout out
hey,
Sweetie.
shout out to y'all though. 400 on YouTube. We're close to 500. That's the road to 500. We're 100 away. So get us there.
Yes, sir. And with that being said, we out of here.
Peace.
You not gonna say bye?
Bye, y'all.
There you go.
My fault, OG.